Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 10 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 10-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 5 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 5-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
on the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. This is Hawkeye Baseball. Iowa Hawkeye Baseball is brought to you by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Also brought to you by Oak Knoll Retirement Community and by University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Hawkeye Baseball is on the air.
From the campus of the University of Iowa, it's baseball time in Iowa City. Live from Duane Banks Field, Iowa baseball welcomes border rival Illinois for a Saturday afternoon contest in Game 2 of the series this weekend. Good afternoon and welcome to the broadcast booth at Banks. Alongside my fine color analyst John Evans, I'm John Leo. Game 1 went the way of the Hawkeyes last night, a 9-3 winner for the black and gold behind a big fifth inning and strong, timely defensive plays. It's the third straight series opening win for the Hawkeyes. Maddox Freeze will make yet another Saturday start and has the fourth best ERA in the Big Ten coming into the weekend. Mitch Dye will throw for Illinois today, a senior right-hander with a 1-1 record and an ERA of 6.05. John and I will get the pitching preview later on in our pregame show. It's a nice and sunny day in Iowa City with the fans filling into the stands. It's the Illini and the Hawkeyes. It's Illinois and Iowa live from Duane Banks Field in Iowa City with first pitch coming up in about 30 minutes. Iowa used a 7-run fifth inning yesterday to pull away and win the series opener over Illinois 9-3. Some highlights to play from that one. Hall versus Burt. First and third for Iowa and 2 outs. No score in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch to Max. Line drive, base hit up the middle. Risley comes down to score. Max Burt delivers with 2 outs. He hung with it, and it's 1-0 Iowa in the first. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball softly hit to third. Swales picks it up, steps on the bag, throw to first base, is in time for the double play. Wolf went down to the splits, and he had to battle the sun. Quite a distance away from the bag. The 1-0 on the ground to short. Schulte's got it. Flip to second for one. Over to first. Double play. 6-4-3. Yes. Full count for Risley. He closes his stance. Now the delivery. Miles hits in the air deep to left. Back goes Ziebig. He's at the track. It's over his head and off the wall. Mitchell getting the wave around third. He'll score with ease. Risley loses his lid as he rounds second. He'll stay there. It's an RBI double for Risley. Hawks 4, Illini 2. As the 0-1 to Burt is hit high to left field. This one's deep. Ziebig goes back. He will watch it go. It's gone. Max Burt, a 3-run shot. Sound the Burt alert alarm. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 0-1. Schulte sends on the ground through into left field for a base hit. An RBI single for Schulte as he splits Nelson and Schupman. It's 9-3 Hawks. Looks in for the sign on the 0-2 to Johannes with a runner at first and nobody out. Here's the pitch from Olivo. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 8th strikeout of the game for Kyle. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Frost strikes him out. And the game is over. Hawks win the opener 9-3. Kyle Olivo got the win yesterday. 3-2 now on the season is Kyle. Reagan Hall, he was the starter for Illinois. He took the loss, dropping to 6-5. Iowa 9-3 winners yesterday. 9 runs on 14 hits, no errors. 9 left on for the Hawkeyes. 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors, and 11 left on for the Illini yesterday. The Hawkeyes are 27-17, 11-11 in the Big Ten. Even 500 have climbed up from a big hole that they dug themselves in early in Big Ten play, and have evened things up at an 11-11 mark. Pretty good right now, still in a tie for 7th place in the Big Ten. Illinois 22-22 overall, 9-13 in the Big Ten. Pitching matchup today, Maddox Freeze versus Mitch Dye. We'll hear a little bit about Mitch Dye in our upcoming interviews as we talk with Scott Batty, the voice of Illinois baseball, after this as our pregame show continues in 2 minutes on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
If you love great Hawkeye stories, don't miss the Fight for Iowa podcast with Gary Dolphin. Each week, Dolph brings you in-depth conversations with the athletes, coaches, and community members who define the Hawkeye spirit. From big moments to personal journeys, it's the stories that make Iowa special. Catch new episodes every week. Search Fight for Iowa wherever you get your podcasts.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Welcome back to pregame coverage of Iowa Hawkeye baseball. Game 2 of the series with the Illinois Fighting Illini coming up. We're joined by Scott Batty, the voice of Illinois baseball. Good friend of mine. Good to see you again. Scott, thanks for coming on.
I love this trip to Iowa City. I haven't been here in 4 years. I think it's a gem of a Big Ten town, and I like the energy in this ballpark. So it's great to be here.
Yeah, we were treated to a really nice crowd yesterday. One of the first times that we've had a decent crowd because the weather's been so trashy around here, cold and rain. I'm sure you guys have had similar over there in Champaign.
Yeah, just looking for a win in weather. We had a nice weekend last weekend, but it feels like once the calendar turns to May, we're entitled to good weather. So I don't know what's been going on, if somebody around here has been, paying the bills or something, but let's get some good weather.
Yeah, I think we're good for the rest of the weekend, Scott. You mentioned, it's been a while since you've been here. Correct. Iowa and Illinois have not really played that much, considering how close we are to each other. That needs to change in the future. By the time you come back here next time, we should have a new press box for you, which is a highlight for all of us.
Well, I would welcome that. I think it's a year too late, but these two programs, I always kind of feel like mirror each other in a way. I think that starts with the two head coaches who are A, good friends, and B, just have a lot of similar philosophy about how to run a baseball team and how to do it in the Midwest. The state dynamics are a little bit different, obviously. You guys being the only D1 program in this state, and Illinois having a few others, but also, the Chicagoland area. But by and large, I feel like even the field here just kind of makes me think of Illinois field. Almost the same dimensions, kind of same setup. So I just feel like these two programs mirror each other a lot.
I know there's a lot of mutual respect between the two head coaches. It was funny, we've been planning this interview, and we have to kind of plan it around when our coaches will be available for our coaches interview. I see Coach Heler and Coach Hartlip still talking down there, so I think we're good for a few more minutes, Scott.
We need one of the umpires that is whoever's behind the plate, the guy that will come out to the mound and say, break up the meeting. We just need one of those, like, okay, guys, we have radio guys that need to get pregame interviews with you. So, let's come to a conclusion here, please.
The assistant coaches will tell me, Johnny, you need to go out there and break it up. It's like, I am not going to be the guy that breaks up Coach Heler's conversation with the opposing coach. Not me. No way.
Yeah, but every time. Even you guys are familiar with Mitch Hanna's, who's now at South Florida, and obviously was at Indiana State, and Dan and he are good friends. So we opened a year down in Tampa, and it was the same deal. It's like you just know who the coaches are good friends with, and you know that they like to get together and have a little reunion before the ball game, which I really appreciate. Yeah. Just give me a minute here for an interview, please.
Talking with Scott Batty, the voice of Illinois baseball, on our pregame show from Banks as we get set for Game 2 of the weekend against Illinois. All right, Scott, give us a little bit of a rundown on the Illinois season so far, sitting at 22 and 22 overall, and maybe a little bit of work to do to get into the Big Ten tournament standings, or at least be in a better spot.
Yeah, if it ended today, obviously both Illinois and Iowa would be in, but I don't think Illinois can feel comfortable at all right now because, this series is so important, I think, for both sides because you've got a tough slog ahead after here with Purdue and Nebraska, and reverse that, right? Nebraska and Purdue. So those aren't easy. Now, Illinois has a couple of sub-500 teams ahead in Northwestern and Indiana, but if it gets down to it, tiebreakers are a thing. So winning this series with each other is important for both teams. I just think for the scenarios that could play out getting into the Big Ten tournament. But as far as Illinois goes, it's been a little bit of an upside-down year from what I've been used to in the last several years. So often Illinois has kind of built itself on really good hitting and solid defense and the ability to score a lot of runs. That just has not been the case this year for one reason or another. I think you saw it yesterday. Took a lot of free passes, left a lot of guys on base. That's been an unfortunate theme for Illinois. The pitching for a good bulk of the season, until we ran into some injuries, was really solid under new pitching coach Dylan Napoleon. He's been dynamite. I think the future with him is great. There's obviously saw some wobbles yesterday. But it's just been used to, the offense produced enough. Did the pitching hold everything down? It's been more of the pitching held things down, despite what happened yesterday, and the offense just didn't do enough. So it's just been a little bit inverse of what's typical for an Illinois team.
Would you say the team this is what was expected out of the team, overall record-wise? Are they underperforming, overperforming maybe a little bit, or right on what was anticipated?
It's hard to tell just because of the newness factor, the amount of the turnover that's happened. Up the middle, you're new in the middle infield. Kyle Shutman at third is in his second season. A.J. Putty didn't know he was going to be the everyday first baseman. He's having a great freshman campaign, but he's slumping a little bit right now. So I think there was Colin Jennings is in his draft year, and I think he wanted a better year than what he's doing, even though he leads the team in home runs. Jack Zebig in left field was supposed to be a middle infielder. That wasn't going well defensively, so he has found himself in left field. He's doing whatever for the team kind of thing. So there's a lot of this isn't working. We got to move this around. I think it's been underperforming a little bit, but also you never know until the lights come on kind of deal. I'm encouraged by who could be back for what development could happen for next year.
Already one game complete in this series with Iowa winning the game yesterday. Scott, what's it going to take for Illinois? What are your keys for the Illini to end up winning this series the next couple of games?
Well, it's just been a team that can't afford as much when it comes to mistakes. They just have a smaller margin. When everybody is doing what they can, this team can win games, and that's how they got a nice win last week against Nebraska, and how they've gotten a couple of ranked wins this year. How they got a win on the road at Purdue. But if you're not sharp on the mound, and if you kick the ball around the infield a little bit, and if you're taking too many strikes and not swinging at quality pitches, the team just can't overcome that. Most teams can't, but it just feels like there's a little bit less of a margin for Illinois. So, frankly, you just have to play good baseball in all 4 phases, actually.
Good stuff, Scott. Good to see you, my friend.
Always a delight to see you as well. Hopefully Illinois can come back on this series, but I guess there was that Elite Eight win. for Illinois over Iowa. So I guess in the bigger scope of things, maybe the scales are balanced. I don't know if I should have brought that up or not. I'm sorry. Did I do that?
That's okay. That's okay. I think I've sort of kind of let that go. You know, I got to work with producer Michael down the line, who is the Illinois men's basketball producer. And so I got to split my time with him. He's kind of a split allegiance. We got to figure that out, which side he falls on.
I know Michael well. Hello, Michael Tackett. Appreciate you, my friend.
All right, Scott, thanks for coming on. Hopefully we'll see you in Omaha. We're both headed there, okay? Let's get there. All right.
Bye.
All right. That was Scott Batty, the voice of Illinois baseball, on our pregame show from Banks. We talked to Coach Heler right after this on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hawkeye Nation, here's something big. U.S. Cellular is now part of T-Mobile. That means Iowa fans are now on America's largest 5G network, bringing even more strength and coverage to every game day and every day. As the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes, we're proud to power every call, every post, every celebration. U.S. Cellular and T-Mobile, better together.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Go for the big Honda savings at your local Honda dealer. Go for the selection and inventory. Honda cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs are in stock and on sale. Go for the most Car and Driver 10 Best Awards with 98 trophies. And KBB.com's Best Value and Performance brand. Search your local Honda dealer today. Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Welcome back to pregame coverage of Iowa Hawkeye baseball. Game 2 of the series against the Illinois Fighting Illini. We're joined by head coach of the Hawkeyes, Rick Heler. Coach, 3 series opening wins in a row now for your team after a nice solid win against Illinois last night.
Man, it feels good too. Always feels great when you win on Friday. I don't know what, I mean, it just kind of eases the pressure, you know, to at least get one, you know, on a weekend. And obviously on the other side, you know, the side we're on is that the only way you can sweep is to win the first one.
That's right. That's right.
And you know, it was an odd game, really, a little different. You know, both teams, they didn't play well defensively. They made some mistakes that helped us, and we were not great on the mound last night as far as. You know, free bases. It was a freebie fest, really. But the great thing was that, you know, we let 8 leadoff guys get on for Illinois last night, and you usually don't win many of those games. But our guys found ways to get outs. We made plays defensively. We turned double plays, and you know they gutted it out, and that was a great sign. They didn't let it turn into, you know, a 7-run inning, and we were able to. In the 5th inning for what it's funny because we talked about how the randomness of baseball and weird things happening. And it happened to us, you know, on Tuesday night when in the 7th inning, Illinois State, we just couldn't get them out. Yeah. Well, we come up and have 7 straight hits. 7 straight hits, a hit by pitch, an error. So 9 straight batters reach base without an out. You don't see that very often. No. And we turned it into a 7-run inning, and Max Burt hits a big home run, and man, it was great to see. And then Kyle Levo wasn't his best from a command standpoint, but he had really good stuff last night. And he outstuffed them when he got in trouble and found a way to get it done. The only bad thing about him and Tyler Guerin's outing is that, their pitch counts got up so fast. And like Kyle, coming in when he come in the fourth inning, he was, had 100 pitches in the eighth. But then Brolin Frost came in and did a really nice job, just pounding the zone and punched a couple guys out, and that was good to see for Brolin in a league game. Doing that was really good.
He looks the same in a midweek as he does on the weekend, and the opportunities that we've seen him recently, Coach. I know.
Yes, and exactly, and that's the real positive sign, because he's gonna the rest of the way. He's gonna be a guy that we can use in leverage situations.
Seems like he can throw about the same to lefties versus righties too, because he had a couple of them yesterday.
Yeah, and he was. It's weird when you break it down. Like a couple of their lefties hit lefties better than righties, and a couple of their righties don't hit lefties. And it was a really good point for him to come in where the matchups were really good, left or right. But no, he did a great job, and I was really happy.
Back to Tyler's start, gave you 3+. Worked out of some trouble in every inning, largely in part to the defense that was great yesterday behind him. I thought you had a good feel on when to get him out of the game, though, too, before things truly fell apart. He gave you a good effort.
Well, thanks. I did, too. I thought it was the right time. We were hoping to get 4. But, when he put the leadoff guy on again to lead off the fourth, you just felt like you dancing on the edge a little too many times, and it was eventually going to break.
As we look ahead to Game 2 today, Coach, Maddox Freeze on the mound. He's settled in as your nice Sunday starter. One of the pitchers on your team that Saturday. That feels like your traditional. Starting pitcher there.
And the law of averages get you, and balls happen to find holes and drop or whatever. You just hope you don't run into one of those days with Maddox. But the good thing about him is that he's got full arsenal, changeup. He can mix and match against any type of hitter and have a good chance to get him out with some bad contact, and that's what we got to hope for today.
That might be the first time, aside from the Los Angeles trip, that he's going to be pitching in some warm weather today, Coach. The weather is pretty good.
It is pretty good, and the wind isn't blowing very hard, but it is a west-northwest, so it's not howling out of here. Very similar maybe to his day against Indiana last week. A similar wind, but I mean, if you hit it, you can get it out today in any part of the field. But it's not going to be a pop-up blowout, that's for sure.
And for Illinois, we'll see Dye on the mound. How are we going to attack him offensively?
Same way we went after the lefty last night. I mean, I thought our guys really grinded on him, and he's good. I mean, I thought he was really good in the first 4 innings. I mean, he was locating, really pounding this with his cutter inside to the right-handers.
That was a good pitch.
Good pitch. And then we finally just broke out on him, and like we talked before, you had to hit him. He wasn't going to walk yet. And we had all 9 hitters in the lineup had a hit yesterday. We had 5 guys with 2 hits. And the guys that Ziegler, I thought played well. Mitch Wood had a hit. It was a good day. Now today you'll see Delgado behind the plate, and you'll see Joey Nearett in left field, and Max Bird will be the DH today. So a little different lineup. But no, we just need to grind on him, and that's it. It's a situation where maybe he gives us a little bit more than the guy last night, but it's traditionally it's going to be a day where we're going to have to hit.
And we did some damage to their bullpen last night, Coach. At least they threw in a few arms. Some of them were towards the top that we might expect to come back, but they're a little bit depleted out there in the bullpen, and so they threw 5, I think, arms yesterday.
Yeah, and their guys are used to it. They do throw guys multiple times on the weekend, but for me, like each time that guy goes out there, I don't think they're ever sharp the second time or the third time.
Yeah.
And so like Marty said, the more feet we can get to touch the rubber, the better shape we're going to be in. And to your point, that was a good job last night by us.
On our side of things with the bullpen, we're in pretty good shape here with a couple of games left this weekend. Only using Kyle, and I'm guessing that Brolin could come back if we needed to, maybe tomorrow.
Probably tomorrow, but Cole Moore's been another freshman that's pitching pretty darn well, and you can use Cole today. You can use all the guys that you normally see. Hopefully, it's a situation where it's Freeze to Husak, and that way you got Bleeker for tomorrow after Rundy. But if not, you can use Bleeker today, and then you just have to piece it together tomorrow with whoever's left.
I think the most important thing, though, on a game like today is that you have the options, right? Because you didn't blow through it yesterday.
You got to win them if you have a chance to win them, you got to win them, and then worry about tomorrow. But and that's what we'll do. We'll be all hands on deck to win this one today if we have a chance. The great thing was not having to use Husak last night.
Okay. Marty and I talked about it after the game yesterday. I know we don't maybe do a lot of standings watching or looking at scores from around the league, but it is natural for us to do that. We inform the fans. That's the way we look at it. How much time do you spend maybe looking at last night's results, looking at what we need to do here down the stretch?
I don't pay a lot of attention to it. I'm interested to see the scores, just to see who's playing well and who, kind of trending, especially the teams we're going to play.
Yep.
Because it really is more about when you play them than who a lot of times. And you catch them hot, you catch them cold, you catch them, pressing, you catching them fighting for their lives. How are you catching the opponent? But no, I watch, usually when I get home, I flip it on Big Ten Plus and just switch games until they're done. Like I watched the end of the Oregon-Washington game last night, and then Rutgers was playing USC tight. It was 2-1 game when I got home, and then USC pulled away late. But yeah, I definitely am checking the scores.
I don't know how many teams would want to play your Hawkeyes right now, Coach. It feels like we're getting hot at the right time. Good luck against Illinois today.
All right, thanks, John.
Head coach of the Hawkeyes, Rick Heler, on our pregame show from Duane Banks Field in Iowa City. Iowa and Illinois, game 2 of the series coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 60 seconds with starting lineups and first pitch when we return on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
You might think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn can even fuel your drive to watch the Hawkeyes play when you choose Unleaded 88. It's a fuel that's cheaper, cleaner, and greener. Plus, it's homegrown, making Unleaded 88 the clear choice at the pump and totally worth the hype. So as you head to cheer on the Hawkeyes this season, don't just fuel up. Pump it up with Unleaded 88. Find Unleaded 88 at a station near you. Go to iowacorn.org/88.
Here come the Hawkeyes.
And a Stockie racing to the basket, layup good.
Iowa Athletics is gearing up for another amazing season filled with exciting matchups and electrifying plays.
Working hard into the corner. Koch hits a three.
Get your game face ready and come on out to cheer the Hawkeyes on all season long. Visit HawkeyeSports.com to find tickets, schedules, game times, and more on Iowa. Go Hawks.
Touchdown! Touchdown, Iowa!
John Evans and John Leo welcoming you back to the broadcast booth at Duane Banks Field in Iowa City. Game 2 of the series this weekend between Illinois and Iowa. Great crowd on hand this afternoon. This might be as full as we've seen it this season, with the grandstands filling up all the way down to the right and the left, stadium seating below us. Few and far between seats as more fans come up the ramps and try to find a spot to sit to take in some Iowa Hawkeye baseball on this fine Saturday afternoon. We need to pause 10 seconds for station identification. 10-second station ID. This is Iowa Hawkeye baseball. All right, John Evans, good start to the series yesterday, a 9-3 winner. Let's try to do it again today.
Try to do it again and maybe try to spread the offense out a little bit more. The 7-run fifth was a lot of fun, but there was some meat left on the bone on either side of that. So just keep stringing those good at-bats together through more innings would be great.
Junior right-hander Maddox Freeze goes for the Hawkeyes today, a 2.85 ERA and a 3-2 record. Maddox has been steady for Iowa this year.
He's been good. Last 5 starts, he's given Iowa 5+ innings. His last 2 starts, he's given Iowa 7 innings. Really going to need something like that just to kind of keep alleviating the pressure on the bullpen and try to make life easier.
Iowa at 27-17 overall and 11-11 in the Big Ten. Hawkeyes seem to be in pretty good shape. Let's keep the momentum rolling as the Hawkeyes take the field now. Maddox Freeze on his way to the mound. One more pregame break. Let's hit it now. We'll be back with starting lineups and first pitch in 60 seconds on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringBeyond to learn more.
You're a Hawkeye. You named your dog Kinnick and your cat Herky. Your morning alarm is back in black. Yep, you're a Hawkeye. And now it pays to be a Hawkeye with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice Credit Union. Low fees and great perks, plus Iowa exclusives like your choice of a Hawkeye-powered Visa debit card, Iowa merchandise, and exclusive giveaways. You've spent more time at Finkbine than you have at your office, so we know you're a Hawkeye. Now make it pay with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice. Learn more at HawkeyeAccount.com.
Just about ready to get underway in Iowa City, Illinois at 22-22, 9-13 in the Big Ten. This is the Fighting Illini's batting order today. Nick Groves will lead off and play center field. Michael Farina is the second baseman batting second. Jack Ziebig in left will bat third. Middle of the order for the Illini today, A.J. Putty, the first baseman. Kyle Shupman at third. Colin Jennings in right. 7-8-9 for Illinois. Daniel Contreras, the DH. Will Johannes, the catcher. And J.R. Nelson, the shortstop. Defensively for Iowa today on the infield left to right, Jackson Frost starting at third. Cooper Schulte and Gable Mitchell up the middle. Caleb Wolf at first today. Outfield left to right, Joey Narrett, Miles Risley, and Kellen Strohmeyer. Today's starting catcher is Matt Delgado. And Iowa's starting pitcher is Maddox Freeze, right-handed junior from Norway, Iowa, by way of Southeastern Community College.
3-2 on the season, a 2.85 ERA, 53 2/3 innings, 42 hits, 18 runs, 17 of those are earned, just 16 walks, 33 strikeouts. You and I were talking during the last break. Is a fly ball pitcher, though, so needs to make sure he tries to take advantage of that as he fires strike one with good fastball to get us started.
Tim Winningham calling balls and strikes behind the plate tonight as he points to the Iowa dugout for strike one from Maddox Freeze to Nick Groves, who stands in the left-handed batter's box. The 0-1 from Freeze, lifted in the air left side. Schulte drifting back into shallow left field where he makes the catch for the first out of today's ballgame.
That's the part where Maddox is good, is gets a lot of weaker contact on some of those, so
now batting, second baseman,
keep the weaker contact fly balls in the ballpark. And again, the flags, we haven't had many days where the flags have been pretty darn limp sitting there.
Could not read the school names on the flags today. You'd have to go by colors only. As Freeze pitches to Michael Farina, he's the second baseman for Illinois. Strike one from Maddox. Both of these individuals, Freeze and Farina, come from Southeastern Community College. Not only that, roommates. Heard that from Scott Batty, the voice of Illinois baseball. Got that nugget from him earlier today, so thank you for that, Scott. Maddox going out of the windup against Farina. Right-handed second baseman hitting .292 for the Illini. And the 1-1 pitch from Freeze. Here it comes. Fouled back. Got a piece of it. So teammates, roommates, and really good friends.
And that makes more sense than what I heard. I heard Caleb Wolf hollering at him yesterday during batting practice too, and that makes some sense there. That there was probably, if they didn't immediately cross paths, there were still probably some interactions there.
Freeze ahead in the count at 1-2. Maddox winds and fires, and Farina got a piece of this one too. Hard, quick swing from Farina as he fell over the plate. 82 mile-an-hour changeup down and in.
How many times do you suppose they've had this battle then in their history?
Quite a few live sets, maybe. 1-2 pitch from Maddox. Strike 3 called, bottom of the zone. He punches out Farina. Maddox takes a lap around the mound. 2 down.
I know Farina and Freeze are pals, but Farina's walking back shaking his head. I don't think he appreciated Winningham's bottom of the zone there.
Couple of quick outs for Maddox. This is his 6th start of the season. He's at the top of Iowa's line. 4th in the Big Ten with a 2.85 ERA. Pitching to Jack Ziebig now. Ziebig, a good left-handed hitter for Illinois. Average down at 240, but we saw last night he's got some power. He hit one quite a ways over the right field wall, but it was late in the game. Iowa had it pretty well in hand at that point. No balls and a strike on Ziebig, the left-handed hitter. The pitch from Freeze, up and away. Count evening up at 1 now.
Yeah, Ziebig's hit 5 home runs in Big Ten play. Leads the Illini, but just 239 in conference. Illinois batting average just 252 in conference.
Ball and a strike. Freeze's pitch. Shot right back up the middle for a base hit. A roller through into center. And it is a 2-out single for Ziebig.
103 right back up the box.
Now batting first baseman, number 14.
Talked about Freeze right at the top of the game, John, how he has a lot of fly ball outs. And typically, Maddox is the guy that you want to pitch on a cold and windy day, which we get a lot of them here at Banks. As Maddox gets set to pitch to A.J. Putty. Here's a fly ball, shallow left. It's actually going to stay on the infield. Jackson Frost at third is camped underneath it. He makes the catch for the 3rd out. Another pop fly. Maddox doing what he typically does, and he records outs just like that.
Yeah, weak contact, high pop up, but an easy 1-pitch out.
We'll move on to the bottom of the 1st. No score between Illinois and Iowa. We're back in 60 seconds on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Hawkeye Baseball hits Des Moines May 14 through 16, taking on Purdue at Principal Park, presented by 1-800-BETS-OFF. Find game times and tickets at HawkeyeSports.com. If you need help with sports betting, call 1-800-BETS-OFF or visit yourlifeiowa.org. No judgment, just help.
All right, Iowa coming to the plate in the bottom of the 1st with Cooper Schulte, Gable Mitchell, and Miles Risley, the first trio of Hawkeyes into the box. 4, 5, and 6 for Iowa today. Caleb Wolf, Max Burt, the DH, and Kellen Strohmeyer. Bottom 3rd, Matt Delgado, Joey Narrett, and Jackson Frost. The starting pitcher for Illinois is Mitch Dye. He is a right-handed senior from Springfield, Illinois.
1-1 on the season with a 6.05 ERA, 38 2/3 innings, 37 hits, 31 runs, 26 of those are earned, 18 walks, 35 strikeouts. Fastball, get up in the low 90s. He'll throw curveball, slider, change. Much like we saw yesterday with Reagan Hall. Heavy mix. Just uses the fastball 24% of the time.
Dye goes from the stretch only. And he misfired off the carpet for ball 1. Cooper Schulte in the box, batting .298. one of Iowa's better shortstops in recent memory. I think it's safe to say as he winds down his career.
My only recent memory is Michael Seegers. He was here those 4 years.
Yeah, Siegs was here for quite a while.
I wouldn't sell Michael short either, so Iowa's been pretty fortunate in both cases to hand that off nicely.
Ball and a strike on Schulte, the pitch. That ricocheted off the catcher on a foul ball from Cooper. Schulte had a couple of hits yesterday, an RBI and a run scored. Ball and 2 strikes. Dye coming set. He's right in the middle of the rubber, and he has a high leg kick. Brings it in for a ball just high. It's 2-2. Dye looks like he looks a lot taller than he's listed. He looks maybe 6'5", 6'6". He's listed as 6'3". And he's ready for the 2-2 to Schulte. Here it is. Cooper swings and misses. He was late on that pitch from Dye, and there is one down in the bottom of the first.
Dye hasn't been great in Big Ten play. 7.76 ERA, just 0-1, but 26 2/3 innings, and giving up 26 runs. So Iowa will get pitches to hit. Just need to be patient and find the elevation.
Gable Mitchell in the box. He is the second baseman for Iowa.
I got a very rare 5 to 10 minutes with Coach Sutherland in the dugout while we were sitting there watching and waiting, and I got the education. It was fantastic. It was a ton of fun.
This ought to be good. 1-0 pitch from Dye to Mitchell is popped up. This is hit into shallow center field. 4 Illini coming together. It is the center fielder, Groves, calling for the ball and making the catch on the run. 2 down.
Well, we were just talking about, kind of the approach as a hitter. We talk all the time about, kind of trying to take a pitch away or understanding, okay, this is the good pitch and this is maybe not their strength. We were even talking yesterday about, or today about elevation too. Right now this Dye wants to live at the bottom of the zone, so Iowa's going to have to find elevation.
Raise that floor.
Raise the floor. And so you're willing to take the pitch that Riz just took there. If he can hit the breaking ball at the bottom of the zone, you just tip your cap and go, okay, you got me. Now, do you have the discipline to do that through 3 pitches is the challenge, or through a full at-bat?
Just like that right there.
Right. Stays off that pitch instead of saying, well, geez, he got me with the last one, and I'm going to chase this one, and it's worse because then you're playing into his hands. You got to find that ball that pops. And obviously when you've got a 7.76 ERA in conference, you're going to get one.
And again, missing downstairs is Dye. It's 2-1 now. This is a perfect time to bring up this conversation, John, because it's going exactly how how Coach Sutherland was telling you would be the case in Iowa. In this case with Risley, disciplined so far. The 2-1, down and away for ball 3.
And we were talking about it, like when Young came in yesterday, and he said that, that's what made Young so difficult. He hit that. He hit the slider, to get ahead with 87, and then he hits you with 97, and your window to choose is so small.
Change up on a 3-1 pitch, and it's a called strike on the inner third. Illinois not afraid to throw inside to right-handed hitters. We've seen it now starting the second game as the 3-2 to Risley is hit in the air on a line into center field, dropping for a base hit. Risley on with a 2-out single.
And that's exactly it right there. He got a pitch a little more elevated, drove it right out over the shortstop's head. And so by getting ahead, by showing the discipline, he finally gets a pitch he wants, and it's pitch 6 in the at-bat. And he does a good job with it.
3-2 had to come in with something across the plate. And again with the spin rate, or not the spin rate, but the percentage that Dye throws the fastball is even lower than we saw yesterday. As Caleb Wolf is in the box, he's out in front of the first pitch and yanked it into the Iowa dugout. Foul. Two outs for Wolf. Iowa's first baseman batting in the left-handed batter's box. Risley with a big lead at first. And the 0-1. Wolf hits on the ground to second. Farina fields it on one hop and throws it over to first base to retire the side. One complete in Iowa City. No score between Illinois and Iowa. We're back in a minute. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you love great Hawkeye stories, don't miss the Fight for Iowa podcast with Gary Dolphin. Each week, Dolph brings you in-depth conversations with the athletes, coaches, and community members who define the Hawkeye spirit. From big moments to personal journeys, it's the stories that make Iowa special. Catch new episodes every week. Search Fight for Iowa wherever you get your podcasts.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
University of Iowa Healthcare Stead Family Children's Hospital is a trusted home for comprehensive pediatric care across Iowa, offering inpatient, outpatient services, advanced specialty care, and dedicated teams focused on the unique needs of children and families. From complex conditions to everyday care, their experts are here to help kids heal and thrive. Learn more at uihc.org/children's.
Maddox Freeze pitching to Kyle Shupman to start the second inning in Iowa City. Strike one from Freeze at the bottom of the zone. Maddox's best pitch is the changeup. I think he throws it more than any other pitch that he's got. As the 0-1 is just low. Delgado tried to bounce it up at the bottom of the zone. That was a breaking ball there from Maddox at 75. Changeup lives bottom 80s. Fastball mid to upper 80s. Three-pitch mix. Here comes the 1-1. One hopped over to Schulte at short. Cooper gloves it and makes the long throw over to first to retire Shupman, one down.
When we were just talking about how, Iowa hitters are approaching Dye, you would think that a lot of teams are going to try to approach Maddox the same way, get him to raise that floor, because when he starts burying that changeup on you, and that's where Maddox will have to keep hitters honest. You've got to throw that fastball belt high, letter high, try to sneak it past somebody here and there.
Colin Jennings is up for Illinois. Fastball from Freeze. Down and away. Jennings, power hitter for the Illini, struggling batting average-wise at .245, but 11 home runs and 6 doubles. 45 strikeouts and 159 at-bats. Left-handed hitter. He got underneath that pitch from Freeze and sent it back into the screen. Iowa wearing their Saturday black uniforms with block gold lettering spelling out Iowa across the chest, gold numbers on the front left hip, and then the back of the jersey with the last names. White pants for Iowa with the gold cleats in the field, gold caps, the black bill. Here's a line drive into center. Risley coming forward. He makes an underhand basket catch as he comes forward to make that play. 2 down.
Nice catch, Hayes. Don't ever do it again.
There was a bit of a glitch out there from Risley. He took a few steps forward, then he stopped, and then he had to really sprint forward to make that catch.
Well, we've talked about it a couple of times, too. That line drive right at the center fielder is sometimes the hardest one to judge as to depth. And then if it's got a little knuckle on it, then it makes it all kinds of fun.
2 outs for Daniel Contreras. He's first pitch swinging. Sending a fly ball over the Iowa dugout into the crowded stands where a nice catch is made. Second row from the top. Right next to Brian Mitchell. Good catch. Fan taking in his round of applause. Wearing a green sweatshirt. All right, he must be neutral today, huh? Freeze ahead of Contreras, the DH for Illinois. Out of the windup, here's the pitch from Maddox. Inside. Drifted it in for a ball, 1-1. Illinois in uniforms today. They very old school look with the vests, gray vests with gray pants. Illinois spelled out Navy across the chest with orange outline. Here's a pop fly, left side of the infield. Frost and Schulte go back. Schulte near the line in fair ground makes the catch for the third out, a 1-2-3 inning for Maddox.
Well done there. Got a lot of, got one solid contact, but a lot of good off-balance swings again from Freeze Drew.
All right, bottom of the second coming up. No score between Illinois and Iowa. We're back in 60 seconds on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
The lights are bright, and Coach Heler and the Iowa baseball program are ready to put on a show. Tickets for the 2026 Iowa baseball season are on sale now. Enjoy a customized mini plan option or take advantage of single game tickets. Make your way to HawkeyeSports.com for more information.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringBeyond to learn more.
Experience Heller Ball at Iowa City's Duane Banks Field. Support Iowa baseball by snagging single game tickets today. Download the Hawkeye Sports mobile app or head to HawkeyeSports.com for more information.
Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City area for 59 years. Oak Knoll's community located near the University of Iowa Healthcare Campus, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City. A proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oakknoll.com to learn more.
Max Burt will lead off the bottom of the second for Iowa. No score in this one. Iowa 9-3 winners yesterday can clinch the series with a victory today. Max Burt had an RBI single yesterday, a 3-run home run. He also drew a walk. As he and Matt Delgado will take care of the catching duties the rest of the way with Carter Geffrey out for the year. Delgado getting the start at catcher today. We'll see him bat third this inning. Burt stays in the lineup. How could you take him out? Max batting .352 with 4 doubles and 3 home runs. Dye delivers. Max hits on the ground to the left side. Shupman at third gloves this and throws a laser over to first. Max is retired on the ground out.
Both pitchers doing a nice job keeping hitters off balance, finding different spots in the strike zone. They're not just grooved into a single tunnel.
Here comes Kellen Strohmeyer with a new walk-up song. I noticed that, a change for Kellen. See if that does anything for him. First pitch is outside from Dye for a ball. Dye in his most recent outings, last week against Nebraska, went 3 1/3, gave up 8 runs, 5 of them were earned, had 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. As he throws one by Kellen to even the count at 1. Before that, 4 2/3 against Oregon, a game that Illinois won 16-13, so he did not factor into the decision in that one. Next pitch to Strohmeyer is a ground ball to Putty at first. He'll flip it to the pitcher. Close play at first, but Strohmeyer is out number 2.
Funny thing is, he's given up 14 hits in his last 2 outings against Oregon and Nebraska, but only one of those has gone for extra base hits. So he's limited damage, kept him in the ballpark, but again, the 8 hits against Nebraska, he factored in the 2 walks, so 10 base runners in just 3 1/3 innings, and obviously if 3 of the runs were unearned, then he had some unfortunate defensive lapse. Didn't help him either.
2 outs for Matt Delgado, and there's ball 1. I suppose with him throwing a lot of off-speed pitches, it could make sense that those are a lot of singles that are just sort of pushed through and maybe not great contact.
Well, the guy that's trying to work down in the zone.
Delgado's seen a couple pitches out of the strike zone.
Means he's successfully keeping it down below the zone or at the bottom of the zone. It's harder to elevate and create real damage with those, but if you leave it in the middle of the plate often enough, you can still spray it around.
2-0 pitch is at the knees for a strike. All right, we gave the uniform report, John. I like our Saturday uniforms in this one over Illinois. I was actually having a really good conversation with my friends earlier today about the best baseball uniforms in the Big Ten. 2-1 to Delgado is a very low strike, 2-2.
And that was 93, so all of a sudden Dye found a little extra.
Yeah, where'd that come from? He'll take a lap on the backside of the mound, get back on the rubber. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Bottom of the second, no score. The pitch to Delgado, tapped it foul. I would say for me, the Illinois uniforms today, the gray vests don't do a lot for me. I don't despise them like some of the uniforms we see in the Big Ten that are just like totally terrible. But these ones, I think the vests are old school for a reason. 2-2 to Delgado, up and in. He spins out of the way. Delly got a good look at that pitch.
Friendly umpire, we didn't start the pitch clock for a little bit there. Give him some recovery time.
Thank you. Full count delivery. Outside, ball 4. Boy, he held on to that way too long, didn't he?
Well, I think it was part of the sequencing. You know, he got 93 again, up and in, and so your logical pitch is then breaking ball away. But to your point, just tried to start it outside and break it off the plate instead of trying to catch that outer corner at all.
So some more 2-out action for Iowa. Back-to-back innings where they've had a base runner with 2 outs. Here's Joey Narrett. He gets the start in left today, facing a right-handed pitcher. Joey hitting .286. $12 doubles, 4 triples, 3 home runs. No balls and a strike. With 2 outs, the pitch. Check swing. Home plate umpire will call it himself that Narrett went.
Yeah, just 200 in Big Ten play for Joey and 23 strikeouts. So that's been the problem there, kind of expanding the zone, not trusting his eyes.
Having a tough time identifying pitches low. Delgado, the runner at first. The 0-2 is downstairs. Good job there by Joey. He laid off that carpet ball.
And you got a guy that's trying to bury a bunch of pitches here, so really important for Joey to identify as quickly as possible, which I guess is pretty obvious for almost any hitter.
Wind starting to blow out to right and center a little bit now as Narrett stays alive, stabbing one foul over to the left side. Sunny skies, a few clouds moving through the area. But one of the nicest days we've had all year, no question about that. Temps in the mid-60s, but the sun making it feel much better than that.
When I threw my warm-up, when I threw the bullpen before the game, I almost got a good
break a little sweat?
Good body heat working up.
Yeah. Ball and 2 strikes again. The pitch to Narrett. Right back up the middle. Hit on a line for a base hit. Delgado will slam on the brakes at second. Narrett stuck with that pitch. Let it travel to him, and then he drove it right back up the middle. Nicely done by Joey.
Yeah, very well timed. Good base hit after falling behind in the count. Jason and I were talking before the game as Frosty comes to the plate here. Obviously, this hasn't been the batting average year. I said, how about you just have 3-4 really good at-bats? Forget what the outcome is. Just have really good plate appearances.
He's up now, swings, drives one deep to left. Z-Big going back. He's at the track. He leaps up, and it's gone! John Evans just called it. Home run by Jackson Frost. First pitch swinging, get going, and it's long gone. 3-0 Hawks.
98 off the bat, 370. It crawls over the wall. Welcome to the lineup, Jackson Frost.
2-out damage for Iowa, 3-0. I'm just as happy for Jackson as I am for you, John. You called it. You nailed it.
Well, I'm so happy for him. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, the demons crawl in your head and you know, you get limited at bats. pitch misses just outside. You get limited at-bats, and so then you go up there, and like Marty and I were talking about, you have to eliminate something. Well, when you're not getting at-bats, you don't want to eliminate anything because you don't want to walk back to the dugout going, Coach, I stuck to my plan and I struck out. So it's just so good that he got the fastball, got it done there, and now he's still got to pile on. You got to keep doing more, but that was pretty good.
Wind was not playing a factor in that one.
No, that was that was all Jackson.
Well struck. Schulte in the box, and he taps one foul over to the left. All of a sudden, Iowa has figured it out with 2 outs. They've gotten back to the Coach Sutherland, Coach Heler offense that we've seen for several years now, where they just don't go down easy. You're not out of the inning until you get all 3 outs. And the 2-1 to Schulte. Popped it up, left side. Catcher removing his mask and flinging it off to the side. That's Johannes. He makes the catch in front of the Illinois dugout. Schulte went after one he probably shouldn't have. But the highlight of the inning is a 3-run home run from Jackson Frost, and that gets Iowa on the board. 3-0. We're through 2, and we'll be back in 60 seconds on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringBeyond to learn more.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Hawkeye baseball hits Des Moines May 14th through the 16th, taking on Purdue at Principal Park, presented by 1-800-BETS-OFF. Find game times and tickets at HawkeyeSports.com. If you need help with sports betting, call 1-800-BETS-OFF or visit yourlifeiowa.org. No judgment, just help.
All right, well, Maddox Freeze gets to pitch with the lead now, 3-0 as we move on to the third. He'll face 8-9-1, Johannes, Nelson, and Groves. Right versus right. Freeze winds and fires. A strike. Low outside corner. Good start for Maddox.
Yeah, it wasn't the 7 runs that Iowa got yesterday, but we talked about the need to put up a 0 here right after.
Johannes pulling one foul on the ground past Frost at third. Right, we took the long way to get there with that shutdown inning yesterday, but did get it.
Did finally get there, so hopefully Maddox is a little cleaner getting it done.
He's ahead of Johannes, the catcher. 0-2, the pitch. Ground ball over to the left again.
I did ask Brett to see the foul ball wound from the midweek.
You get caught up on that now?
Yep.
Line drive into left, Narrett forward a step, then backpedaling, making the catch. Johannes retired.
Well struck from Johannes, just right at Narrett. Joey pulls a little yo-yo back and forth and reels it in.
31, J.R. Nelson.
Bottom of the order for Illinois in the box now. Right-handed hitting J.R. Nelson. He's the shortstop. Hitting .219. Freeze winds and fires. Missed low and away.
Maddox is a good matchup for Illinois. Illinois only hits .252 in conference, but the on-base percentage is .370, which is just about what their opponents are. So they've done a good job drawing the extras, and boy, that looks like a strike, but called low, so 2-0 all of a sudden.
When we talked with Coach Heler yesterday, he said that's actually the dangerous part about Illinois is that they spread out their threats throughout their order. They're not top heavy. 2-0 pitch from Freeze is right down the pipe. That's a strike.
Well, Nelson is one of the unique guys. He's 219 overall, but he's 279 in conference, so he's been much better. And we saw yesterday he turned the line. He did a nice job turning the lineup over.
The 2-1 pitch is popped up. Foul ground left side. Delgado and Frost coming together. Delgado in front of the Illinois dugout. He made the catch right on the rail.
Deli with a little scoop of catch there. Goes with the basket catch as he gets right in front of the Illinois players in the dugout, who are probably not being extremely helpful of the railing. Not giving him any ground there.
Now batting, number 20.
Frost was coming from third, and he was looking at Delgado 2 or 3 times. I think Jackson wanted Delgado to make that play, or at least they hadn't really called it for it yet. 2 outs for the top of the order. Groves just off the plate from Maddox. Good-looking pitch from up here, but not as good for Tim Winningham, apparently. Ball 1.
Well, Jackson's playing third in small part because of a collision between catcher and third baseman.
True. 1-0. Strike at the bottom of the zone. What do you think, John? We're trying to figure out this zone a little bit.
Yeah.
I think there's quite a bit at the bottom.
Yeah, I think he's probably a bottom of the knee guy.
Count even at 1. The pitch from Freeze outside missed.
Which for both of these pitchers, they're going to love that.
Great.
Groves leading hitter in conference for Illinois at 305.
2-1 pitch. That was low.
Yeah, 18 walks, 4 hit by pitches, just 12 strikeouts. So he's done a really good job in the leadoff spot.
3 balls and a strike. Here's a line drive right side. Mitchell dives, but it gets into right field. A 2-out single for Groves. Connected well and pulled it into right. Good effort from Gable.
Yeah, Gable was deep out into short right field, but just couldn't quite get all the way over there and get that one.
Baseman, number 3, Michael Farina.
We saw Iowa with the 2-out rally. See if Freeze can put this one away quickly.
Like you talked about at the top of this inning. Need the shutdown. Pitching to Farina. Slider for a strike.
I don't think Farina's going to send Winningham a Christmas card anytime soon here.
Eesh. Freeze struck him out looking in the first. And I think Maddox got a pretty good call on that first pitch strike. 2 outs in the Illini third. It's 3-0 Iowa. Pitch from Freeze. Outside corner, strike 2. I'd love to know what's going on in both of these athletes' heads right now. Former teammates, roommates, very good friends. 0-2 on Farina. Freeze leans forward. He comes set from the first base side of the rubber. Maddox is ready, and he kicks and fires. In the dirt, Delgado sliding over to smother it.
I saw Johannes do a fantastic job of that yesterday. Delgado with a really good one there. Keeps it right in front of him. Doesn't really let it get away at all to give Groves any opportunity to move up.
It's a decent lead at first with 2 outs. And the 1-2. Low. Count even at 2 now.
Yeah, these 2 hitters are the top 2 hitters by average in conference as well, Groves and Farina. So tough outs, good table setters.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from Delgado. Deli's going to have to hurry. Throw to first is not in time. Farina hustling to first base. And he'll get there despite the strikeout by Freeze.
I thought it was foul tipped. I'm not sure what happened there. If Delgado just lost track of it.
Now batting left fielder number 2, Jack Zebig.
Iowa thinking about challenging this to see if Farina turned the proper way as he ran through first. Coach Heler asking for a challenge from Tim Winningham. I don't think there's any certainty here, but just worth a look, apparently.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Not something I was looking for, I'll tell you that.
No, and I'd be really surprised if he turned to the left, just because the ball didn't get away from Wolf at all. But you never know. And again, just like yesterday, Iowa having a hard time after the big inning of getting out of it. That's an unusual one. I'm not sure that one's been on our bingo card this year.
The last play will be under review.
An unusual free base for Iowa.
Yeah, have not seen many of those in that specific example with whatever you want to call that. I don't know if you really call that a drop third. I mean, technically it is, but Delgado just couldn't reach over there and grab it. I'm kind of with you, though. I thought that was a foul ball, but
yeah, maybe it was just the contact with the glove that I heard, but again, unfortunate there, and obviously bringing up a key hitter for Illinois with a chance to get Illinois right back into business.
Zebig would be the next hitter, and he has a lot of power, especially over to right.
Michigan is 13-0 over Maryland in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Run rule territory, huh? I'd imagine that Minnesota-Penn State game is over. I feel like they've been stuck in the ninth inning for a really long time. Minnesota up 5-4. They're playing a doubleheader today. We'd like Penn State to win a game or two. Is that correct?
Correct. Just make life easier. But again,
what else is going on, John?
Purdue over Murray State, 6-0, bottom of 5. Indiana 1-0 over Northwestern. UCLA and Michigan State just getting started after a tight game yesterday. UCLA already has the bases loaded in the top of the first with nobody out. Indiana head coach got chucked yesterday. Did you see the call he got thrown out on?
I didn't. I was surprised to see that he got tossed because they were winning handily like the whole game.
Well, so I forget the player, but he got hit by a pitch and didn't try to move, which is fine. But they actually ended up then calling him for batter interference instead and calling him out. And, I mean, it did not look like he made any motion to get hit by the ball. If anything, maybe he turned kind of away from the ball and that forced his knee forward. But I could see why there might have been some anger in the Indiana dugout about it. But to your point, the game was fairly comfortable at that point. But
this is a long review down there at first. Maybe they don't have the monitors on yet.
It's over.
Here we go. You want to take a guess quick?
Safe.
Okay. Don't even know what they're looking at, neither of us.
That's because I don't know. I'm fairly certain he was going to be safe. There wasn't anything obvious that you went, oh, yeah, of course.
And so the runner is safe at first. All right. So things get a little interesting here.
Work your spots here. Down and away. Try to keep Zebig off to the end of the bat. Good line single in his first at-bat.
First and second and 2 outs. Freeze missed down and in, and it got away from Delgado.
Now, Freeze better pay attention here as he was not moving toward home plate either. Now you need Delgado to lock in here.
1 ball, no strikes, and 2 outs. The pitch from Freeze. Low and in, 2-0. Putty is on deck. Don't really want to face him either. This is a tough spot here for Maddox. Iowa leading 3-0 in the third. Couple in scoring position for the Illini, trying to answer. And the pitch. Popped up. This is into shallow center. Schulte goes back a few steps. Cooper's got it at his natural position at short. The ball came back in, and Cooper's able to make the play.
Dodged a bullet there. Again, Iowa gets it consolidated again. It wasn't pretty, but got there. Got to the result you wanted.
Bottom of the third coming up. Iowa 3, Illinois nothing. Back in a minute on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just needs someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
We love it when the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if there's anyone who can appreciate building a legacy, it's John Deere. We've been growing our team since 1837, recruiting the best thinkers, doers, and makers to craft innovations that outpace the competition. Because whether it's cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, the machines we build are building America. Nothing runs like a Deere.
University of Iowa Healthcare Stead Family Children's Hospital is the trusted home for comprehensive pediatric care across Iowa, offering inpatient and outpatient services, advanced specialty care, and dedicated teams focused on the unique needs of children and families. From complex conditions to everyday care, their experts are here to help kids heal and thrive. Learn more at uihc.org/children's.
Iowa works out of a bit of trouble in the top of the third. But the key factor is that the Hawkeyes kept Illinois off the board, got the shutdown inning, and Iowa leads 3-0 as we enter the bottom of the third. Mitchell, Risley, and Wolf, veteran part of the lineup, coming to the plate. As Mitch Dye continues to pitch for Illinois, gave up a 3-run home run to Jackson Frost in the second. 1 ball, no strikes on Mitchell, the pitch. That's high and away, 2-0.
Great take by Gable on the first pitch. It was, again, that's that bottom of the zone where if he's going to throw it there and it's going to get called a strike, you still want to take that and then change his level, and he does a good job taking that one.
2-0 to Gable. Line drive, base hit into right. Sprinting over is Jennings. He picks it up, and he'll hold Mitchell to a leadoff single. Good throw from Jennings in right.
Great hustle from Jennings to get over in front of it and then threw an absolute dime to second base. But 102 off the bat from Mitchell. It's funny, I was thinking about him too. Yesterday felt like a struggle for him, and he has 2 hits.
Right.
I mean, that's the bar that Gable has set through this now is oh man, he's having a tough time. Oh, he's hitting 350 in conference.
Yep. And his batting average went up yesterday, even though it felt like a frustrating day for him. Miles Risley up now for Iowa. We'll see if he's swinging away or bunting. He is grounding one foul past Coach Pearson at third on the first pitch from Dye. Iowa leading 3-0. Good spot early in this game. Now, we saw it a little bit yesterday. One thing that I don't know if we're being nitpicky or not, but you'd like to see the offensive production strung out a little bit instead of just one great inning. Dye whipped a fastball over to first. Mitchell diving back safely into the bag. If that's just one thing that we'd like to see continue to improve, be a more consistent production from the offense.
Yeah, regular good at-bats.
0-1 to Risley, inside corner for a strike. You watched it go by.
That's an important pitch for Dye. I don't mean that specifically. I mean that pitch, being able to work the inside part of the plate, try to keep right-handers a little off balance.
Mitchell with a good lead at first. The 0-2 is high.
All right, so if you think about sequencing, throws the fastball up at the visor of the helmet. If you're Risley, probably a breaking ball away coming.
Yep. The 1-2 pitch, high again. Took a little something off there, but it didn't spin away. And it's 2-2 now.
I don't know whether that was his slider or his changeup. In neither case was it very good. So
see if Mitchell goes here on 2-2. He's leaning back towards first, and the throw goes over to first. There's some frustration here from the Iowa dugout. I think that's directed towards the umpires.
Dye opened his whole shoulder, his whole upper torso away.
2-2. Check swing. Risley went. Miles down on strikes. Really pitched high to Miles towards the end of that at bat.
Well, and we saw it yesterday too when Riz struck out on a pitch up there. His breaks aren't quite as good on that fastball up at the top of the zone.
And so now 1 out for Iowa in the third. Mitchell still there at first base with an even bigger lead. Caleb Wolf is up, watching ball one sail outside. Ball, no strikes. Another pickoff move over to first. It's a slow move, but a fast arm on that pick. This guy is throwing it harder to first than he does to home.
You kind of think you've got some time, so maybe you get lulled to sleep, and then the ball just pops out of his hand over there to first.
1-0 pitch is scooped under and hit foul.
Probably not a great time for the family to go walking across by no plate and then get her coat snagged on the netting.
There is a ramp on the other side of the park to use. Oh. Count even at 1. Mitchell, the runner at first. He's moving. Ground ball left side. That is just foul. Boy, that would have been nice. I think Caleb would have beat that out. Shupman grabbed it just to the left of the bag.
Iowa had a couple of outstanding hit and run plays yesterday. And actually, I think it might have been this combo. Wolf had one, and then Gable Mitchell had one later.
Wolf in the box at 1-2. Die ready. Here's the next pitch. Caleb reaching for it, poking it in the air. Foul. Grandstand left. Caleb doing what he needs to do with 2 strikes. That pitch was probably off the plate, but again, with 2 strikes, you're not sure, and you think you can get your bat on it. See if you can live to see another pitch.
Yeah, go ahead and fight it off. Make sure you get another one.
3-0 Iowa, bottom of the third. The Hawkeyes looking to take the series in game 2 after winning yesterday 9-3. The 1-2, right back up the middle. Sharp base hit into center. Mitchell with a short turnaround second. He'll stay there. Perfect for Caleb. He fought off pitches that were on the edges, got something that he liked, and drove it right up the gut.
Yeah, got a fastball. You know, we talked about that. That's kind of been the approach, is if you can lay off the pitches that are low or in Caleb's case, fight it off, he eventually gets a fastball that's elevated a little bit. He's able to do damage with it.
And here comes Max Burt. First and second with 1 out. Right versus right. First one to Burt, low. Max grounded out to Shupman at third in the second. Let's see how they're playing Max. Pretty deep in left.
Fair.
Fair bet, yep. Middle infield pinched at double play depth and distance. The 1-0 to Max. Across for a strike.
God, I feel like that was pitch you wanted there.
We've seen him clobber that one before.
89, middle of the plate, belt high.
Iowa today 3 for 5 with runners on base. 1-1 to Burt. Outside, ball 2. Johannes tried to bring it back in, but it stayed away from Max.
Dye up over 50 pitches already here in the third inning. We've talked about the shortness of the Illinois bullpen in general.
Count is 2-1 on Burt. Dye's delivery. Outside, ball 3. Ask Coach Heller a little bit about the bullpen situation for Illinois. And yes, we all understand they're a bit shorthanded with injury, but Coach did say that Illinois is used to that. They've been dealing with that for a little while, and so they've learned how to manage it.
Correct. You make do because nobody feels sorry for you.
3-1 pitch to Burt. Here it comes. Good pitch. Low outside corner. Called a strike.
Yeah, just Dye absolutely dotted the outside part of the plate there. Well done. See if Iowa decides to play any games here and runs. Trust Burt to put the ball in play if it's a strike. But that was tight to the pitch clock.
Full count. The runners move. The pitch is outside. Ball 4. Over through the fastball. 92 sailed wildly outside. And they're loaded up for Kellen Strohmeyer.
Huge spot right here. We saw this yesterday. Iowa put a pile up there in that inning, but then let some opportunities go away here with one out and the bases loaded. So see if they can add on to the lead here with just one out. Nobody even down there in the Illinois bullpen.
We'll get time called by Illinois. And a slow walk to the mound for Illinois. A mound visit for the Illini. As John just said, nobody down there in the bullpen at all for the Fighting Illini. So they can't be throwing if they're not down there. And Iowa's got a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the third. Bases loaded for Kellen Strohmeyer. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye baseball. Iowa's got Illinois on the ropes here early. Backed into a corner a bit. What do you think, Strohmeyer, what do you think the messaging is for Kellen here? Did he get the aggressive green light, try to ambush something early, or take one with Dye teetering?
I think he got reminded of how they're gonna how Dye's likely to attack him. Okay. So if you don't see that changeup pop up, take it. Okay. Be willing to take strike one.
He must have forgot.
Didn't take strike one on a changeup away.
It's a good thing Kellen didn't hit that. He probably shouldn't have swung, but it's a good thing he didn't draw contact. That would have been a double play.
Exactly.
0-1 on Strohmeyer. Left-handed hitter, the pitch. Low, good take, 1-1. Kellen batting .296 for Iowa. 9 doubles, 3 home runs, 2 triples. Major speed threat. Wind picking up, blowing out of here to right. That's good for Kellen, the 1-1. Outside. Did a much better job that time. He took it. It was the same pitch he saw the first time, a little bit higher. Out for ball 2.
That's a good IQ boost there to know hey, this is how he's trying to work me. Now you've got it in your advantage a little bit. See if he can get one.
Next pitch to Strohmeyer. Here it comes. Outside, ball 3.
Got some bodies down in the bullpen now as Dye struggling to consistently find the zone. Patience here, Kellen.
Gotta be
tight window.
3-1. Kellen popped it up on the infield. Shortstop coming down, infield fly. Strohmeyer is out. Oh, boy. And he just missed it. And it was a strike.
Yeah, Dye took a little something off of it. I mean, that was just 87, so part of that is, Dye struggling at this point to losing some velocity and struggling with command. Just let one get away there.
All right, Delgado comes up with 2 outs, bases loaded. First pitch to him is low. Matt walked and scored back in the second. Keep that discipline, Matt. Really had Dye backpedaling and in a corner there moments ago, and that's Strohmeyer at bat. 1-0 pitch to Delgado. Ground ball up the middle. It's through into center field. Mitchell scores. Wolf around third. He will score. Throw goes into third. And out at third base is Burt. The run does score. That's Wolf, so it is 2 runs across for Iowa on the 2 RBI single from Matt Delgado. Burt thrown out at third. All right, 5-0 Iowa through 3. We'll be back for the 4th after this on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
Whether they roll the dough or pour the joe, bake the bread or greet instead, your team goes the extra mile, and they deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. For plans that cover businesses of all sizes, Delta Dental customizes. With employer costs as low as $0, you can offer benefits and be a hero. Affordable coverage is a click away. Visit deltadentalia.com today.
Hey everyone, David Kahn here. It's time to play ball. The 2026 season is upon us, and the best way to get in the game is by listening to College Sports Now's official baseball podcast, Dugouts, Dumbbells, and Dingers. Each week, we'll have exclusive interviews with players and coaches that take you inside the locker room as we unpack the top stories of teams all across the country. We're delivering our best fastball, so step into the batter's box and tee us up. Available wherever you podcast on the College Sports Now feed or on YouTube. Just search Dugouts, Dumbbells, and Dingers.
Iowa adds to its lead 5-0. Now heading to the 4th. 2 RBI single from Matt Delgado. Max Burt was thrown out at third base to end the inning. But fortunately, the run scored before Burt was thrown out.
Top of the 4th, first baseman number 14, A.J. Putty.
It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Illini in the 4th. As Maddox Freeze toes the rubber. First pitch from Maddox, low and out to A.J. Putty, the first baseman for Illinois. He's 0 for 1 today, popped up to Frost to end the top of the 1st inning. Wind rippling the flags over to right. Slight breeze in Iowa City. Nice warm day, upper 60s, sun shining. Ball and a strike on Putty. Iowa leading 5-0 in the 4th. Freeze delivers. Ground ball foul over to the left. Full strength on the content team today. Matt Little, team videographer, is on site. Brian Ray, our photographer, joining us in the booth. 1-2 pitch from Freeze, popped up right side behind the Iowa dugout. All the photos that you see today on Iowa's social media channels, courtesy of Brian Ray. Good work, B-Ray. Got to say, we've got one of the best photo teams in the Big Ten. Here's a one-hopper past a diving Jackson Frost into left. Putty is on with a leadoff single. Third hit of the game for Illinois as Kyle Shupman comes up. Shupman 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to short back in the 2nd. We'd take another one of those. We'd take a ground out. First pitch from Freeze, down and away. Brian Ray, Stephen Malley, our outstanding photographers. During the winter season, we don't get to see B-Ray and Stephen too much. They're with our men's basketball, well, with our basketball program. Stephen goes with the men's basketball team. They played deep into March. B-Ray goes with our women's basketball team, so he's had a fun few years. Matt Little in our video department, along with Matt Nelson. Nelly does a great job. Those two lead the charge. Handful of student interns as well. Do a great job cranking out some good content in our athletic department. So we thank them for their great coverage on the digital side of things. Kyle Shupman in the box. Ball and 2 strikes with nobody out. Runner at first. Freeze comes set from the belt. He kicks and fires. Grounded foul over to the Illinois dugout. They are out in front of everything from Maddox right now. And we're in the fourth with Iowa leading 5-0. Freeze comes set, and the 1-2. Yanked foul, sharply hit on a line, again to the left side. A lot of off-speed here from Maddox. He moved this one up at 87. We'll see what he throws here, trying to get Shupman. Right versus right, Freeze delivers. And hit to the opposite field, over to the right. Foul ball, and the count remains 1-2. So our photo and video teams grab the content and send it over to our social media team, led by, on the baseball front, Sam Bosler next door, also our sports information director, does a great job. As Shupman strikes out, Freeze finally got him. Freeze decided it was time to quit fooling around. He threw him the high cheese. Shupman is down on strikes. Sam, our communications director next door, he also stats the games. He's assisted by social media coordinators in attendance today, Sammy Diaz and Sydney Weber. One out for Colin Jennings. First pitch swinging and missing is Mr. Jennings. Strike one. Freeze has worked through 3 1/3, given up 3 hits. He has 3 strikeouts, no walks. He's thrown 54 pitches. And the 0-1, down and away. Backhand stop there by Delgado. Leadoff single by A.J. Putty. He stands at first base. With Jennings at the dish. Here comes the 1-1 from Maddox. Outside again, ball 2. Great crowd on hand today. This is one of the best crowds of the season. Had a couple of midweek games last week. Temps in the 80s. But in terms of Big Ten weekend baseball, this is pretty good. Expecting another great crowd tomorrow with temps upper 70s. You know it's a good sign when you get fans standing and leaning on the top of the bleachers on the fence that is on that back row there. And that's happening on both sides of the field. 3-1 pitch from Freeze is outside. First walk of the day. Just couldn't find the zone against Jennings.
Now batting, designated hitter number 19, Daniel Contreras.
And now a couple of runners on for Illinois. With Contreras up. He popped up to Schulte in the second. All right, Freeze has missed on a few in a row now. As he spun one outside. And time called. Matt Delgado headed to the mound to go talk with Maddox. 5-0 Iowa, top of the fourth. John moved over to the Illinois broadcast, going to talk with our good friend Scott Batty. Scott goes solo in every game for Illinois. Back-to-back weekends that we've had the pleasure of catching up with good friends from around the Big Ten. Last week was Austin Render at Indiana. We call those folks the friends of the program. Austin certainly at Indiana. We hope that maybe Indiana goes on a bit of a run so we can see them in Omaha. Scott, another good friend of myself and John. Radio friends. Ball, no strikes on Contreras. Freeze comes set, and he pitches. Fly ball hit in the air to right center. Risley and Strohmeyer come together. It's Strohmeyer in right who makes the catch. And he quickly gets the ball back in. No tag by Illinois. Another fly ball out by Maddox Freeze. As we're just over an hour of gameplay this afternoon. will wrap up the series tomorrow at 1 o'clock against Illinois. Iowa trying to win the series today after a victory of 9-3 last night. Here's Will Johannes, first pitch swinging, and he drives one high in the air, first base side. Out of play right behind the row of parents at the top row of the bleachers. As they look down on the shelter, the concession stand, right behind the Iowa dugout. Iowa playing some good baseball lately. Just at the right time. 0-1 pitch, just inside. Good looking pitch from Freeze. He floated it. It fluttered on its way in, but was called inside. Iowa 8-2 in its last 10. 1-1 pitch hit in the air, well to right. Strohmeyer tracking back in front of the wall. Kellen makes the catch in the middle of the warning track and right. A few more left on by Illinois in the fourth as Freeze works out of trouble. No problem for Maddox. Cool and collected as he strides back to the Iowa dugout. Bottom of the fourth inning coming up. Iowa 5, Illinois nothing. Back in 60 seconds on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You're a Hawkeye. You named your dog Kinnick and your cat Herky. Your morning alarm is back in black. Yep. You're a Hawkeye. And now it pays to be a Hawkeye with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice Credit Union. Low fees and great perks, plus Iowa exclusives like your choice of a Hawkeye-powered Visa debit card, Iowa merchandise, and exclusive giveaways. You've spent more time at Finkbine than you have at your office, so we know you're a Hawkeye. Now make it pay with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice. Learn more at HawkeyeAccount.com.
John Evans and John Leo with you from the broadcast booth at Duane Banks Field in Iowa City. Gorgeous day for baseball. Sun-splashed afternoon in eastern Iowa. Where else would you rather be? 5-0 Iowa, bottom of the fourth, so things are going well on the diamond as well for the black and gold. No runs, 1 hit, no errors by Iowa's defense, 2 left on. For the Illini in the top of this inning, it's 5-0 Hawks. And Joey Narrett gets the chance to lead off this inning for the black and gold. It'll be 8-9-1, Narrett, Frost, and Schulte. Right versus left as Dye pitches to Narrett. And that's up and away to the left-handed hitting left fielder. The 1-0 to Narrett outside. Ooh, called a strike. Good leave, Joey. That was pitch number 65 for Dye in 3+ innings. Iowa's peppered him with 6 hits and 5 runs. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts for the right-handed senior for Illinois. Some light tossing in the Illini bullpen down the left field line. 2-1 is the count on Narrett. Here's the pitch. Check swing. He did not go. They'll send it down the line at third to confirm that. And it's 3-1 now. Narrett singled and scored on the Frost home run. 3-1 pitch. Called strike, inner third. Iowa trying to grind out Dye in the middle innings. Illinois starter goes from the stretch only. The 3-2. Ground ball to second. Sharply hit to Farina, who's there. And fielding it on one hop, he throws out Narrett for the first down to fourth. One down now for Jackson Frost.
Now batting, third base.
Frost with the 3-run home run in the second. That got this amped up crowd fired up even more. And with one out, first pitch to Jackson is down and away. That's pitch number 70. Frost got under this pitch, and he skies it to right. Battling the sun is Jennings. That's tough out there. He makes the catch for the second out. Dye's high pitch count is 89 at Penn State. He went 4 1/3. Now, for whatever reason, they don't have the pitches tracked for the games at Purdue or the ones against Oregon or Nebraska. Back to the top of the order, Cooper Schulte. He takes strike one. Cooper's 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a pop-up to the catcher. It's a similar start for Schulte yesterday, who began the day 0 for 2 and then figured things out last half of the game. 5-0 Iowa, bottom of the fourth. Hawks playing some good baseball as we flip the calendar to May. Ball and a strike. Dye delivers. Cooper sends one foul. On deck circle to the right. It'll be 9-1-2 for Illinois as we get to the fifth. See if Iowa can keep this inning going. Schulte sends a tapper over to the left. Slow roller foul. Only a few more chances to see Iowa at home this season. Tomorrow against Illinois to wrap up the series. A Tuesday game scheduled against St. Thomas. 1-2 pitch to Schulte. Strike three called. Outside corner. Cooper goes down on strikes. The Hawkeyes are set down in order in the fourth. And Maddox Freeze will head to the mound. Fifth inning coming up on the Hawkeye Radio Network with Iowa leading 5-0. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Top of the fifth inning, John Evans and John Leo with you from Duane Banks Field. It's packed here today. Black and gold scattered all around. We do have a few Illinois fans that are here, but man, it's equal parts filled left and right and center today. Fans appreciate good baseball in this area, and the Hawkeyes are playing some of that. As Freeze is on the mound, and he deals a strike to J.R. Nelson, who popped up to the catcher, Delgado, over by the half wall on the left side. 0-1 pitch from Freeze. Ooh, looked good. Just off the plate away. Count even at 1. Iowa on top 5-0. Ball and a strike. Freeze goes from the windup. He pitches. Swing and a miss. Maddox has thrown 4+. 3 hits allowed, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, facing 17 batters and throwing 66 pitches. 4th inning was a little taxing on him. And he's back quickly onto the mound in the 5th. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off over to the left. Illinois, not a team that strikes out a ton. And they are a hard team to set down. Maddox has 3 strikeouts this afternoon. And he winds and fires 1-2 pitch. High pop up, back behind the plate. Delgado giving it a look. And off the press box over to the left. They're bracing for impact up here in the booth. Don't want to be startled by a foul ball. 1-2 pitch from Freeze, hit well in the air to left. This is trouble. Narrett going back. He leaps up. Joey caught it! Oh! Narrett crashing into the wall again. Joey makes an outstanding play in left. It was going to stay in the ballpark, but Narrett had to leap to grab it, and he did. Out number 1 on a ball that was well struck off the bat of Nelson.
Now batting, center fielder number 29, Nick Groves.
Now to the top of the order, Groves. He has one of Illinois' 3 hits today. And the pitch, strike 1, bottom of the zone. Groves singled his last time up. And the 0-1 outside. All even at 1. Five-0 Iowa, top 5. 3rd time through the order, starting now for the Illini. Freeze delivers the 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. Maddox brings the glove to his face, begins his windup, and here's a foul ball. Rifled into the netting left side. Iowa in good shape so far. Maddox is giving the Hawkeyes the start that we've been accustomed to seeing. Steady so far. Here comes the 1-2 from Freeze. Low. Dropping down into the butterfly is Delgado to knock it down. Pitch count getting a little bit elevated for Maddox. He's up over 70 now. Freeze, right-handed junior from Norway. He delivers a line drive off the bat of Groves. Narrett couldn't knock it down. Throw comes into second. It'll be a double for Groves. A sharply hit line drive to left. And Narrett couldn't really decide if he wanted to sprint full speed ahead and try to catch it or let it hop, and by the time he made up his mind, it was a short hop that went off his glove, and Risley had to get it in. High pitch count for Maddox this year, 105 against Maryland. He threw 96 last weekend at Indiana, and he's currently up over 70. Pitching now to Michael Farina for the 3rd time. Freeze delivers. Farina hits one in the air. Foul. Straight back. Farina is 0 for 2 today. 2 strikeouts, but he reached on his last one on a pass ball. Runner at second and 1 out. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Freeze. Fastball snapped outside. 1-1. Illinois today 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position, 0 for 6 with runners on, as Freeze gets ahead of Farina on a swing and a miss. One out in the Illini fifth. Freeze comes set with the 1-2, checking the runner at second. Now he pitches. Fly ball in the air over to the right and foul out of play. The top of the concession stand shelter. Illinois not going down easy. Hawks have had one 1-2-3 inning today. It was in the second. Set the Illini down in order then. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Freeze taking a peek at the runner at second. Now he pitches. Farina yanks one sharply foul in the air to the left. And we'll do it again. Maddox's outing might be just a little bit shorter today because Illinois has been very good with 2 strikes staying alive. 5-0 Hawks, top 5. Freeze at 80 pitches now. And the 1-2. Low, breaking ball. Farina not interested in fishing. And we'll see what Maddox throws on 2-2 to Farina. Here it comes. High fly ball hit in the air, over to right. Strohmeyer coming forward near the line. Kellen still moving. He makes the catch for the second out, and he whips it right to the pitcher's mound where Schulte is waiting. No tag from the runner at second. Great job by Kellen to make that catch and get into position to throw it back into the infield.
Now batting left fielder number 2, Jack Zebig.
Zebig into the batter's box now for Illinois. He has a hit today. Runner at second for the Illini and 2 outs. Freeze ready. He pitches high and away. Iowa will have Mitchell, Risley, and Wolf come up in the bottom of the 5th. Maddox delivers the 1-0. Inside corner for a strike, 1-1. That's a really good pitch there from Maddox. He had been working away from the left-handed hitters. Got to be really careful throwing inside to them today with a slight breeze going out to right at times. And so he changed things up with an inside pitch there, the 1-1. Back to the outside corner, but just missed, 2-1. Hawks are up by a nickel, 5-0. Blanking the Illini so far. We're in the top of the 5th. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch from Freeze. Hit in the air, left side. Frost moving over in foul ground. Jakeson's underneath it. He caught it. Jakeson does a great job to find the wall over there just beyond the Illinois dugout. He made the play. And another stranded for Illinois. They have left 6 runners on today as we move to the bottom of the 5th with a 5-0 Hawkeye lead back in 60 seconds on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
You might think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn can even fuel your drive to watch the Hawkeyes play when you choose Unleaded 88. It's a fuel that's cheaper, cleaner, and greener. Plus, it's homegrown, making Unleaded 88 the clear choice at the pump and totally worth the hype. So as you head to cheer on the Hawkeyes this season, don't just fuel up. Pump it up with Unleaded 88. Find Unleaded 88 at a station near you. Go to iowacorn.org/88.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together. Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit riversideCasinoandresort.com to learn more.
Illinois sticking with Mitch Dye to start the bottom of the fifth. It's 5-0 Hawkeyes. Mitchell, Risley, and Wolf getting their third look at the Illinois starter. You can see how the Illini might be reluctant to go to its bullpen. Not because they don't have good arms out there, but they don't have a lot of them. And they used a handful yesterday. Both teams going with the TBD designation for starting pitchers tomorrow. Although Logan Rundy has really settled in as Iowa's Sunday starter. At least he's been who Iowa has gone to in that spot. No balls and a strike on Mitchell, who has a hit off of Dye this afternoon. He singled the last time up in the third. Great to have you along with us on the Hawkeye Radio Network today. Would love to know where you're listening from across the great state of Iowa or the Midwest. Mitchell sends a ground ball to the right side. This will be a tough play. Pitch to Dye, who's covering the bag, as Putty gets Mitchell. Met Brolin Frost's father before the game today. Got a little background story on why Brolin has what I called a metal intro song when he comes into pitch. That was Pearl Jam. I'm not very familiar with Pearl Jam, as embarrassed as I am to say. Miles Risley in the box, taking low and away for a ball. So I got a little education from Brolin's dad, which was appreciated. And had a nice long chat with him about that after Brolin pitched a great inning yesterday to seal the victory over Illinois. Caught up with Max Burt's parents before the game today. Good to see them in town. Bright future ahead for those two Hawkeyes, Brolin Frost and Max Burt. 1-1 pitch to Risley. Good changeup in there for a strike. It's 1-2. Senior Day will be celebrated tomorrow. We'll say goodbye to a handful of great Hawkeye players tomorrow. Always sad for us. Risley hits one in the air to center. Long run for Groves, but he strides and makes the play. 2 down. You know, the best part of the job is the people. The best part of this broadcasting job, the people, the folks that you meet along the way, the players, the coaches, the parents. We spend a lot of time with these guys, you got to keep in mind, especially early in the season. You know, we're with the team a lot of times Wednesday through Sunday and into Monday. And so get to know the players and the families very well, which makes Senior Day very hard. Here's Caleb Wolf drilling one into right center field. It's down for a base hit, hopping over the wall for a ground rule double for Caleb Wolf, his second hit of the game. Last year, Wolf hit only singles. Guy couldn't buy an extra base hit. He's changed that in his final lap around the track. 12th double of the season for Wolfie, and he adds 3 home runs. Anyways, it'll be an emotional day. I'll probably speak for John a little bit tomorrow, saying goodbye to so many of these seniors. Max Burt in the box, and fastball letter high for ball 1. Pickoff moved to second. Close play. But Wolf is back. Iowa with a 5-0 lead in the bottom of the 5th. Hawkeyes trying to add to it. They'll take a 2-out hit. Ball, no strikes. Pitch to Burt. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Max wanted to give it a rip. One high and away. Max is 0 for 1 today with a walk, so he's been on. 2 balls and a strike. Good lead at second by Wolf. Long pause from Dye. He pitches, and Burt rolls one to short. It's juggled. It's bobbled. The throw over to first by Nelson ultimately is in time to retire Burt for the third out. 5 complete in Iowa City, and it's a 5-run lead for Iowa, shutting out Illinois 5-0. We'll bring you the 6th after this on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
Whether they roll the dough or pour the joe, bake the bread or greet instead, your team goes the extra mile, and they deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. For plans that cover businesses of all sizes, Delta Dental customizes. With employer costs as low as $0, you can offer benefits and be a hero. Affordable coverage is a click away. Visit deltadentalia.com today.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hawkeye Baseball is brought to you by Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. Stop by today for a relaxing massage and spa, fine dining at Ruthie's Steak and Seafood, and so much more. Visit Riverside Casino and Golf Resort today, located minutes south of Iowa City. John Evans with John Leo back here at Banks Field. I spent the 4th inning over with Scott Batty on the Illinois broadcast, and then as I was displaced from my seat, I was walking around the crowd and spent an inning talking to former Hawkeye pitcher Reese Buter. So appreciated catching up with Reese. Maddox Freeze back out now for the top of the 6th inning. Iowa leads 5-0. First pitch to A.J. Putty is a strike, 0-1. Freeze 5 innings, 4 hits, a walk, 3 strikeouts. The 0-1 just down at the bottom of the zone. Putty checked his swing, did not go, so 1-1. Putty, Shupman, and Jennings here for the Illini in the top of the 6th inning. A ball and a strike, Freeze deals. Popped up on the infield. Schulte under it, makes the catch. 1 away. Ton of pop-ups here for Illinois. Freeze has done a nice job keeping the Illini hitters off balance.
Third baseman Kyle Shupman.
Shupman's 0 for 2 today. .280 hitter now on the season. Plays a solid third base for Illinois. First pitch just outside. Maybe a little low. Ball 1. Freeze taking his time, climbs back on first base side of the rubber. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball is a good one. Fouled out of play. 1-1. Five, 7-1 for the Hawks. 0-4-0 for Illinois. 3 left on base for Iowa. 6 left on for the Illini. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball out to Schulte. Easy scoop, but oh boy. Do not see that very often. Schulte had all day to think about that one and maybe got a little bit too long as the ball just kind of got into him and rolled right up his glove. So E6 puts a base runner on for the Illini.
I have not written that in my book very often this year.
No, that is a new sentiment, one I do not enjoy.
So a runner on for Illinois and 1 out, and Jennings is up. 5-0 Hawks in the 6th. And Jennings is up, taking just low and out.
So I told the listening audience, I did not tell you, the reason I then missed the 5th inning was I caught Reese Buter outside.
Reese.
So I spent an inning talking to Reese, which was a ton of fun catching up with him.
That's certainly okay. 1-0 from Freeze, down and away. What's up with Reese? What'd you learn?
Married up in Cedar Falls, living the good life.
Life's good?
Yep.
Sweet. I was telling the audience while you were away, we got senior day tomorrow. Tough day for us.
Always.
Yep. Next pitch to Jennings.
Ooh.
Low and out again. We spend so much time with these guys, and you look back, and then you get a Reese Buter that transferred into the program, didn't start here, finished here though, and man, we were happy to have Reese down the stretch. High fly ball hit in the air to center. Risley angling back a few steps. Boy, this one taking forever to come back down, and Risley makes the catch for the second out. Guess what? Another fly ball out.
Yeah, launched it 44 degrees straight up. I didn't realize Reese played with Joey at Dallas Baptist.
Oh, so there was some overlap there.
There was some overlap
Okay.
there. I think he said Joey was a freshman when he was there. So
2 outs for Contreras. I think it's a really good sign when the guys come back to watch the program that they played for. I think that's a really good sign.
Well, and as you talk, as you talk to him, there's tons of we's in the conversation, which is just a lot of fun to still hear.
Freeze approaching 100 pitches in this outing. The 0-1 is low and in. Appeal down to first. He did not go. Looked good enough from here, but must have been down and in.
I would say I thought it was a strike anyway, so it must have been low. That's the hardest part of sitting up here, is seeing it up and down.
2 outs, a runner at first. 1-1 from Freeze, way outside. I think if Maddox gets through the 6th, probably call it a day, huh?
I would guess so. At 100, that's plenty.
He threw over 100 against Maryland, had 96 against Indiana last weekend.
I've seen a ton of high-profile pitchers with arm fatigue or worse.
2-1, down and out, ball 3.
Now, granted, the good news with Maddox is he's not a 97, 98 mile an hour thrower or anything like that, but still a wear and tear and toil on the arm.
Let's see if Maddox can get us one more out and call it a day. 3-1 delivery. Low and away, ball 4.
Still might, but it'll take another batter to do it.
Get a mound visit from Coach Obermueller here. Illinois beat Nebraska last weekend in the series opener in Champaign, and Johannes was in charge of a grand slam that broke that game open. So he is somewhat of a threatening hitter at times, batting .265, but he has 44 strikeouts in 102 at-bats. See if Maddox gets a chance to pitch to him to try to close out his outing.
Yeah, and to your point, 21 strikeouts in 43 Big Ten at-bats coming into today, hitting just .233 in the Big Ten with a couple home runs and 10 RBIs.
Iowa has a right-hander going in the bullpen. The new clubhouse obstructs our view all the way down there, but I'd rather have the new clubhouse than not. The guys need it. I can see a gold hat down there and somebody throwing from 11 o'clock, not 1 o'clock, so a right-hander down there. 2 outs for Johannes, runners at first and second for Illinois, top 6. Iowa up 5-0. Freeze pitches, and here's a high fly ball deep to left. This is trouble, and it is gone off the scoreboard. 3-run home run for Johannes, and it's going to get interesting now at 5-3 in the 6th.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good pitch, but tracked well from Johannes, and 103 hits at 394. Ricochets it off the scoreboard.
And in a position that felt like Illinois was dead in the water, now they've got some life.
31, Jared Nelson.
I think he's still finish up the inning here with the 9-hitter, and then he's not going to face the top either way.
And now he hits Nelson, and that's got to do it.
Yeah, that'll bring Coach Heler out of the dugout, I'm sure, as he's on on the walkie-talkie, finding out if his reliever is ready.
Groves is making his way to the box. Coach Heller jotting something down on his piece of paper, not making a move yet.
Now about center fielder number 29, Nick Groves.
Well, he's going to at least get to throw a pitch to him, which see if he can buckle in here and get it done.
Freeze pitches to Groves, a strike down the heart of the plate. There's been traffic in pretty much every inning but the second for Freeze, and he almost made it out unblemished. But a 2-out home run from Johannes gets Illinois on the board and closer at 5-3. Freeze deals outside. Unfortunately, Iowa had an error in this inning, too. Ball and a strike on Groves, who has 2 hits today off of Freeze. And the 1-1. Low, ball 2.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing about this inning is with a second out should have been a simple ground ball for a 3-up, 3-down inning.
2-1 on Groves. Freeze delivers. High, ball 3. Freeze closing in on 110 pitches as the 3-1 is lifted into left. Narrett's underneath this one. It'll stay in the ballpark. Joey makes the catch for the 3rd out. Iowa holds on to the lead. It is a 3-run home run for Illinois, though. And the Hawkeyes remain up at 5-3 now. We'll bring you the bottom of the 6th after this on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
Here come the Hawkeyes.
And a Stockie racing to the basket, layup good.
Iowa Athletics is gearing up for another amazing season filled with exciting matchups and electrifying plays.
Working hard into the corner. Catches a 3.
Get your game face ready and come on out to cheer the Hawkeyes on all season long. Visit HawkeyeSports.com to find tickets, schedules, game times, and more on Iowa. Go Hawks.
Touchdown! Touchdown, Iowa!
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coral Hill's finest all-suite hotels. Homewood Suites and Home to Suites by Hilton each offer guest spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country.
Bottom of the 6th, Iowa 5 and Illinois 3. As the Hawkeyes will look to respond, facing a new Illinois pitcher. This will be Olivier Martel, right-handed junior from Quebec.
0-1 in 12 appearances, 15 2/3, 20 hits, 11 runs are all earned, 11 walks, 16 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .333 against him. Fastball will be about 90. He'll throw curveball, slider, changeup as well, but he's really mostly a fastball, curveball guy.
Kellen Strohmeyer will get the first look at him. Martel from the stretch pitches down and in for a ball. So Dye, the starting pitcher for Illinois, he lasts 5 innings, giving up 7 hits, 5 runs, walked 2, struck out 3. Ball and no strikes on Strohmeyer. The pitch low, ball 2. Iowa out hitting Illinois 7-5. The Hawkeyes scoring 3 runs in the second, 2 in the third. Haven't scored since then. And the count is 2-0 on Strohmeyer. Martel ready. And he brings it home. Outside for ball 3.
We talked about it with Iowa. after you scored a crooked number, making sure you put up a 0. Now the flip side is, as you come up for Iowa, try to break some of the Illinois momentum after Illinois got 3 in the top of the 6th inning.
3-0 high, ball 4, 4-pitch walk. That's a good start to things.
Good way to get the party going.
Iowa did a really nice job of what you're asking, John, yesterday. Answered. When Illinois scored and maybe thought, all right, they're going to stick around and be in it, Iowa answered yesterday on a few occasions and kept Illinois at arm's distance away.
Well, Illinois got inside the arm distance now, so you want to kind of punch back here quickly.
Strohmeyer at first with Matt Delgado at the dish. Breaking ball is a called strike, very top of the zone. Delgado had squared to bunt.
Might have confused the umpires to where the strike zone was.
That was pretty high, wasn't it?
Seemed that way.
Strohmeyer at first with a good lead. And the 0-1 in the dirt. Good block by Johannes.
How many times have you said that in a day and a half?
I have to find a new way to say it because I'm getting tired of myself saying it.
I mean, I'm not criticizing because it's just he's done it really well.
Iowa desperately trying to get Strohmeyer to second one way or another. He's got a lot of speed. And the 1-1. Delgado got under it, knocked it out of play over to the right. Matt's been good today for the Hawkeyes. 1 for 1 with a walk. Drove in a couple of runs. Iowa up 5-3, bottom 6. Good baseball game in Iowa City this afternoon. 1-2 on Delgado. The pitch. Outside. Whew. Hit his spot, didn't he?
He did. He was trying to get either Delgado to bite or the home plate umpire to bite, and unfortunately for Martell, neither one bit.
Pickoff move to first. Kellen is back, no problem. It's the bottom half of the order for Iowa. Strohmeyer started things with a 4-pitch walk. Delgado has worked a 2-2 count. Narrett awaits in the on-deck circle right. And the 2-2. Delgado sends in the air to center. Drifting back is Groves. He's got it. 1 out in the Hawkeyes 6th. No tag from Strohmeyer.
Martell threw a couple innings last weekend against Nebraska. 2 innings, 4 hits, a run, a walk, and a strikeout.
Joey's due, isn't he?
You would think so.
Facing the right-handed reliever, Martell. Strohmeyer at first base for Iowa, 17 of 17 in stolen base attempts. With 1 out, Narrett in the box from the left side. Long pause and another throw over to first.
Martell's been kind of a spotty weekend guy. Just threw against Nebraska, he threw against Oregon. But before that, it had been a few weeks, pitched against Penn State and Rutgers. So kind of in and out of the circle of trust for the Illinois staff.
Narrett fouled off the first pitch that he saw, and so he's down in the count early, 0-1. Next pitch, breaking ball, stayed up. Ball and a strike. Strohmeyer with his 17 stolen bases is 3rd in the league. Narrett has 16. He is in 6th because Strohmeyer is tied with 2 other speed threats in the Big Ten. The 1-1. That's in the dirt. Kellen got a great jump on it. He takes off for second, and he's there. Johannes knocked it down, but Kellen read that one beautifully, and he trusted his instinct, got a great jump like we talked about last night, and took second.
Yeah, got a great jump. Ball squirted just a little bit away from Johannes, and the throw was a little offline as well, so everything piled up, and made it where it was a nice job from Stroh to take second base.
In scoring position with less than 2 outs now. The 2-1 to Narrett. He bounced it foul into the Iowa dugout. Heads up, Brett White. Anywhere you go in there, Brett, the ball is going to try to find you. He got smoked by one on Tuesday. You can see him pop up and get out of the way.
There's full PTSD on that, I imagine.
2-2 on Narrett. See if Joey can come through for us. The pitch. Line drive over a leaping putty and into the right field corner. Strohmeyer rounds third. He gets the wave. He'll coast home. Joey Narrett, RBI single. 6-3 Hawks.
Iowa gets the immediate response. Takes advantage of the, I guess we'd probably call that a wild pitch as he advanced to second. And immediately made that hurt with Narrett just kind of looping a single over Putty's head at first. Now don't be done.
Keep it going. Here's Jackson Frost. He's 1 for 2. He's got a bomb to left today. Wind blowing out to straightaway center. And the pitch in the dirt. Narrett taking off for second. Johannes can't find this one. Joey gets to second base with ease.
Good base running on from both of the last two runners, reading that ball well, getting a good jump and taking advantage of it.
Take away the double play possibility here and hopefully set things up for the top of the order now. 1-0 to Frost, the pitch. Down and away, good discipline. Jackson shaking his head in the box. No. Mm-mm.
Again, just good at bat. Just be smart about it, have a good at bat. The outcome will come if the process is good.
Hitters count for Jackson at 2-0. The pitch. High, ball 3.
And Scott did ask me one of those things. He's like, all right, wait a second. We had Swales in the lineup. We scratch him, and then this guy who's hitting 150 hits the home run. What's that all about? And I said, well, he's not really a 150 guy. You kind of are what your numbers say, but he's got more in there than that.
3-0. Inside corner for a strike, 3-1. How was Scott on the air?
It was fun.
Good.
Does a nice job.
Got to pick and choose when I get to listen to other Big Ten broadcasters. Scott usually one near the top that I try to tune into. 3-1 pitch to Frost. Outside for ball 4. A couple runners on for the top of the order, Cooper Schulte.
You can join him for an inning tomorrow, and I'll take your spot in the chair.
Yeah, so let's put a couple of play-by-play guys together and see how that goes.
Well, it really felt like he interviewed me most of the time, so it kind of like what you did with him in your pregame today. It kind of felt I was getting a little bit of that as we were going along. So
a true professional. Well done by him. I know that we talked. Scott and I talked about it a little bit last night. He does every game solo. It's just, which I'm learning a little bit this year, unfortunately. But it is a different deal to do a baseball game solo than to have somebody to bounce ideas off of.
Well, I mean, those brilliant things that you think of, and looks like we're going to get a pitching change here, so we'll finish all this up later.
Pitching change break upcoming. Iowa has answered with 1 run in the bottom of the 6th after giving up 3 to Illinois in the top half. It's 6-3 Hawkeyes. New pitcher coming in for Illinois. This pitching change break. Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
Go for the big Honda savings at your local Honda dealer. Go for the selection and inventory. Honda cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs are in stock and on sale. Go for the most Car and Driver 10 Best Awards with 98 trophies. And KBB.com's Best Value and Performance brand. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelly Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Despite the unshakable Iowa-Corn Cy-Hawk rivalry, there is one thing Iowa State and University of Iowa fans can both agree on. Getting hyped for unleaded 88. It's cleaner burning and better for your engine, and it's cheaper than other fuel options, making unleaded 88 the clear fuel choice. If Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk rivals can agree on it, you know it's worth the hype. So pump it up with unleaded 88, grown by Iowa corn farmers.
University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you no matter where you are in the state. Changing medicine and changing lives for all of Iowa and beyond. Visit uihealthcare.org. Before we announce the new Illinois relief pitcher. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
The Illini will go with the southpaw reliever Braden Mazzacano, sophomore from Schaumburg, Illinois. He comes into the game in the bottom of the 6th with runners at first and second for Iowa, 1 out for Cooper Schulte.
Yeah, Illinois just trying to build a bridge here. 5 appearances, 6 innings, 12 hits, 6 runs have all been earned, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .414 against him.
Ooh.
Fastball is going to come up there. It'll be around 90. He'll throw a slider and a changeup as well, but really can kind of sit on that fastball. That's unlike the other starters Iowa has seen. He tries to key off that first.
Schulte's had a tough day. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. He can turn that around in this at-bat. Left versus right. First one to Schulte, right down the middle for strike 1.
Iowa's seen spin, and now all of a sudden gets 90 popped onto the corner.
6-3 Iowa, bottom of the 6th. Here's the 0-1. Fouled back. Cooper Schulte has a significant fan base in attendance tonight. We've got a group sitting right below us, and then down the right field line, whenever he comes up, large number of fans pop up for him. He tries to come through for Iowa in the 6th. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball hit to short. This is trouble. Throw to second for 1. Over to first. Double play. Nicely done by Mazzacano as Schulte bounces into the double play. 1 run back for Iowa, and the lead is 6-3. We'll head to the 7th after this on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
You're a Hawkeye. You named your dog Kinnick and your cat Herky. Your morning alarm is back in black. Yep, you're a Hawkeye. And now it pays to be a Hawkeye with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice Credit Union. Low fees and great perks, plus Iowa exclusives like your choice of a Hawkeye-powered Visa debit card, Iowa merchandise, and exclusive giveaways. You've spent more time at Finkbine than you have at your office, so we know you're a Hawkeye. Now make it pay with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice. Learn more at HawkeyeAccount.com.
At the game or at home, Wimmer's premium quality hot dogs and sausages will score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork, and you get the best tasting hot dog. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes.
John Evans and John Leo with you from the broadcast booth at Banks. Iowa 6, Illinois 3 as we move on to the top of the 7th. New pitcher into the game for Iowa is Jaron Bleeker. Bleeker coming in for Iowa, right-handed sophomore from Sergeant Bluff.
5-4 on the season in his 13 appearances, 46 2/3 innings, 58 hits, 33 runs, 31 of those are earned. Just 13 walks, 41 strikeouts. Has opponents hitting .304 against him. This is kind of the first leverage spot like this I remember for Jaron, so see if he's able to maybe close it out, get a 3-inning save for the Hawkeyes here.
I imagine that's what the goal is. Typically, Iowa has gone with Bleeker on Sundays after Rundy, but going to give a little bit of a different look to Illinois here. It's still a right-hander, but a little bit different than Freeze. Maddox finishes his day with 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 unearned runs, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Yes. Maddox threw 108 pitches.
He drives that ERA down even lower.
Yes. Came in at end of the weekend 4th in the Big Ten at 285.
Now Mason Edwards was pretty good yesterday too, so he didn't hurt his ERA either.
Still a tight game with a lot to be decided. Iowa's lead is 3. Bleeker's first pitch is bounced foul by Michael Farina. Bleeker works very quickly. He is on the rubber, and he has been for several seconds, ready to pitch. And the 0-1. High, snapped it upstairs.
Well, you mentioned Farina's the one that he'll climb into the box and then has his head turned looking at the pitch clock before he snaps the head back to look at the pitcher.
Jaron set with the 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. Mitchell with a backhand stop right behind second. Flips it over to Caleb at first for out number 1. Good shift.
Boy, sometimes your charts work perfectly, and that one did right there as that ball's lined right back up the box. But Gable Mitchell, cheating up the middle, is able to take a couple steps, get a good backhand play, strong throw, out 1.
Get that leadoff hitter. Very important as we get into the late innings this afternoon. Here's Jack Ziebig, 1 for 3 today, and Bleeker throws a strike by him. Good pitch from Jaron, outer third. Iowa with 6 runs on 8 hits. 2 errors today by the Hawkeye defense.
Illinois was 8 for 9 yesterday, getting the leadoff guy on. Just 1 for 7 today now. 8 of 9. You're lucky to win that game.
That is exactly what Coach Heler said. 0-2, just down and away.
Not to be too critical about it, but
no. Hey, if Coach said it, I think we got the green light. But that's exactly what he said. 8 leadoff guys on yesterday. As Ziebig swings over the top of a changeup, he strikes out. Delgado has to send it down to first on the drop third. 2 down. And then that's what Coach said. 8 guys got on leadoff spot yesterday. Hard to win those games.
Yeah, you're playing with fire when you give a team a courtesy runner to start every inning. That's a tough way to go.
Now batting number 14.
Plus, and we talked about it a little bit during the broadcast yesterday as well. It's hard for your pitchers to go long because you're never getting that 7-pitch, 8-pitch, 3 up, 3 down inning. Everything is extended.
Yes.
And we saw that a little bit with Freeze here today. He was very extended. Swing and a miss there, as he tends to be a little bit more efficient in the zone. But today, some of it was his doing. But unfortunately, the defense gave up 1. So just a couple little things around.
1-1 is knocked back into the screen. Brody Earlbeck out of the Iowa dugout to pick that one up. Good to see Brody without the attachment on his left arm.
Yeah, exactly. Iowa fields at .985, just 22 errors on the year. Swing and a miss. Bleeker gets the strikeout to end the 7th inning. Let's stretch, Hawkeye fans. 6-3 Iowa heading to the bottom of the 7th. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
If you love great Hawkeye stories, don't miss the Fight for Iowa podcast with Gary Dolphin. Each week, Dolph brings you in-depth conversations with the athletes, coaches, and community members who define the Hawkeye spirit. From big moments to personal journeys, it's the stories that make Iowa special. Catch new episodes every week. Search Fight for Iowa wherever you get your podcasts.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
For all things college baseball, including live games and talk, tune into Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the Sirius XM app. Everybody now.
Ronnie was having fun with the 7th inning stretch there. That's good. Everybody's in good mood around here. Iowa's winning 6-3. The sun's out. Funny what that can do for some folks around here, huh?
Well, you were grouchy for 4 innings yesterday, and then Iowa puts up a 7 spot, and your mood perked up pretty good after that.
Yeah. I can deal with any weather conditions as long as we win the darn game.
Makes it a little easier to put up with.
Yes. All right, we're in the bottom of the 7th. Gable Mitchell to lead it off. 6-3 Hawks. Mitchell with a hit today. He is 1 for 3. His batting average has gone back down to 395.
Struggling again.
Mazzacano still in the game for Illinois, up on top of the mound. So left versus left is the matchup. And a 1-1 pitch to Gable. Here it comes. Outside. Mitchell eager, creeping forward over the plate, but didn't swing. Here's the 2-1. Gable hits down the right field line. It's hooking and foul.
Just got in front of that one. Got the fastball he was looking for. The scouting report says Martell doesn't double up on the curveball very often. Curveball went outside, so Gable was hunting fastball, got it. Was just a little out front.
Illinois' outfield playing Gable straight up. We've seen some strange things from opposing teams in recent weeks where they play him to opposite field. He slashes one sharply foul over the left.
Cleared the net. Buzz cut the guy at the top, standing in the top row there, and went flying over. Might have went through the goalposts.
Fans have had to have their head on a swivel here today. There have been a lot of foul balls that have been grabbable. Here's the 2-2. Down and away. See if Iowa can tack on a couple more here down the stretch. I'm with you, John. I think Bleeker, the plan is for him to finish this game. He is the innings eater. I don't think that there would be a situation where Jaron would go for just one and be done, unless the game dictates that based on his performance. 3-2 to Mitchell. And he lifts it foul over the left.
Well, we did see, was that a couple Sundays ago, a fantastic first inning from Jaron, and came back out and wasn't as successful in his second inning out. So the first inning was a nice job mowing through the lineup. He'll have to keep that sharpness.
Payoff pitch coming to Mitchell to start the bottom of the 7th for Iowa. Here it comes. Hit in the air, deep to right, but hooking and foul. That was long gone.
Gable just out in front of that fastball. Hasn't quite got timed up on those yet. A couple fastballs in a row. Wouldn't be surprised to see an off-speed pitch if Mazzacano thinks he can throw it for almost a strike.
Mitchell with an even stance. The 3-2 is low. Leadoff walk. Good.
Went back to the fastball there. Just missed low.
How does Mazzacano field it, John? Do we have anything on him?
Don't have anything there. Just that he doesn't really have a pitch he's going to blow by you. Wouldn't surprise me to see Riz go ahead and lay one down here. He's kind of the rare three-hitter that can hit home runs or bunt.
And he lines one right to Schupman, who drops to his knees to make the catch. Well struck.
Got the breaking ball up in the zone and hit it hard. Just unfortunately for Riz, hit it right to where Schupman was pulled into.
Now batting, Hawkeye first baseman, number 1, Caleb Wall.
That'll go down as a quality at bat for Coach Sutherland.
Certainly a barrel. I mean, that's kind of what you're looking for.
Here's Caleb Wolf. He's been hot. A couple of hits for him today, including a ground rule double his last time up. One away for Wolfie. Iowa 6, Illinois 3, bottom 7.
That wasn't a very good move. See if Mazzacano has another one. Shows the easy one and goes there on the first base side, so a little shortens the throw.
First pitch to Wolf is letter high upstairs.
Ben Butel used to show the he'd give him the fake move first, and then he'd give him the sharp move, and
there wouldn't have to be another move after that.
There wouldn't have to be another move after that.
There's a strike past Wolf. You see a runner picked off a time or two?
Well, and I've told this story before, that with Ben, it was when Coach Heler would tap him to come into the game, it was always Coach Heler going to the bullpen so Butel can pick a runner off first.
That's good, yeah.
And I don't know how many he ended up with on the season, but it was close to a handful, if not more. He actually had a great move to second base as well, which was one of the better ones I've seen there on an inside move to second.
Mitchell with a good lead at first, a ball and 2 strikes on Wolf. Mazzacano set, and he throws it over to first. One of 4 doubles on the season for Caleb comes from today's game. A lot of room in right center for him again. The 1-2 pitch is outside.
I think Gable wanted to go there but didn't get a good read as his first flinch was back toward first, which I'd rather you make that mistake than the other way. So,
like we saw yesterday, right?
Yeah, a false step toward first is better than a false step toward second.
Gable is running. The 2-2 is in the dirt. Throw to second is deflected off of the infielder and into right center field. Mitchell pops up. He will take third.
It'll be a stolen base and an E2. And Iowa with an opportunity to get another one of those runs back.
Picking spots. It was so clear that Gable was going at some point during that at-bat for Wolf. And now we'll see if Caleb can drive him in. The Illinois infield comes forward.
I'm surprised they're not in, or maybe this is how they play in, basically right in the baseline.
Full count on Wolf. Next pitch. Caleb hits on the ground to first. Mitchell's trying to score. Putty throws it home. Gable is out. Two down now for Burt.
I remember talking about this last year, year before with the coaching staff there. And it's one of those, if it's right, your job is to go on contact. You just do. Now, the question becomes, if you realize you're out, then you're supposed to stop, perhaps give Caleb a chance to get to at least second. Ooh.
Max Burt, the batter, and held up on his swing. Didn't commit. Takes ball 1. Mitchell talking with the coaching staff in the dugout about how that last play unfolded. 1-0 to Burt. That's blocked by Johannes. Wolf remains at first. Burt with a couple of groundouts this afternoon. He has a walk sandwiched in between those. 2-0 count, and with 2 outs, the pitch. Very bottom of the zone for a strike.
Northwestern trying to even their series with Indiana, 7-4, top of the 9th inning.
Oh, boy.
That would be a helpful win for Iowa, just to make sure.
Off the plate outside to Burt, 3-1. We got the run rule victory in College Park, I see.
17-5. Maryland made it where it wasn't for a hot second, but then Michigan gets 4 in the top of the 7th.
Michigan's playing themselves into a advanced conversation. Burt takes inside for ball 4. A couple runners on now for Kellen Strohmeyer.
Yeah, a chance to be, not just to squeak yourself in. 29-17 now, and they'll have some games left to give themselves an opportunity to make a bigger case for maybe get into a 2 seed in a region.
And always schedule tough too. So the 17 losses, Iowa has 17 losses as well. Michigan, their non-conference schedule. pretty dirty. They've got a RPI last time I checked was in the low 50s. Where are they at now, John?
45.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's good shape. Yep.
They are 4-9 in quad 1 games.
That's a lot of opportunities.
That's a lot of opportunities.
And usually 1 or 2 will do the trick for a Big Ten team, right?
Yeah, I mean, you look around the Big Ten, UCLA leads the conference. They're 7-0 in quad 1 games. Nebraska 9-7 in quad 1 games. 16 quad 1 opportunities.
That's got to be the most, huh?
Yeah, Oregon, though, 8-6. Funny enough, USC is 0-8 in quad 1 games. Purdue 2-6. Michigan 4-9. Unfortunately, Iowa 0-8 in quad 1 opportunities. Ohio State 1-8. Minnesota 2-5. Illinois is 4-9. You mentioned it yesterday in the broadcast. A couple of really good wins for Illinois. Rutgers, Washington each have 1. Washington has 2.
Strohmeyer in the batter's box for Iowa takes a low and in strike.
That's a good take. Maryland's actually played. Maryland and Northwestern have both played 14 quad 1 games as well.
1-1 pitch. Strohmeyer swings and misses at 1-2 now. That'd be a really bad blow to Indiana's Big Ten tournament hopes.
That loss would make it really difficult. Oh, Kellen.
Strohmeyer chased a slider low and out for the 3rd out. Iowa leaves a couple runners on. We're through 7, Iowa 6, and Illinois 3. Back after this on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides the direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City area for 59 years. Oak Knoll is conveniently located near the University of Iowa Healthcare Campus, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City. A proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oakknoll.com to learn more.
Top of the 8th, Jaron Bleeker back to work. Iowa 6 and Illinois 3. Middle of the order coming up for the Illini. Shupman will lead it off.
Top of the 8th, third baseman, number 32, Kyle Shupman.
Shupman reached on an error in the last inning and would score on a home run. Bleeker winds and fires. First pitch to Shupman is just inside. On the appeal, did not go. Pitch looked good from up here, but off the plate.
Looked good. Looked like he swung.
There's a strike on the outside edge. Evening things up now at 1. Bleeker worked a 1-2-3 7th, including a couple of strikeouts. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Dirty slider from Bleeker.
Now stay out of the middle of the plate.
Yes, please. Anywhere but there. 1-2. Ground ball, tough play. Schulte charging, so is Frost. Jackson barehands it, throws it to first, not in time. Wolf dropped down to the splits. Very close play at the bag. Will Iowa challenge? Looks like no.
Thought he was safe.
Infield single by Shupman. Really good play by Frost coming across at third.
Yeah, not an easy play. Got it on the bare hand on the spinner. Did everything he could on the run to try to give himself an opportunity to get the out. Now, we've seen this spiral, an oops single. Get back in the zone here and just have confidence in being command.
The lead is 3 for Iowa, 6-3, top 8. Jennings, the batter for the Illini. And he fouled one off at Delgado. Ouch. Home plate umpire Tim Winningham will hand deliver the ball to Bleeker. Give Delgado a moment to regroup.
I love that.
All the way up the ramp he went.
Yeah, I mean, that's full. That's extreme, too. Most of them will kind of walk out, give a toss, kick off home plate. It wasn't exactly the Max Burt slow walk from yesterday, but it wasn't a speed walk out to the mound either.
Ball and a strike on the dangerous Jennings. The pitch high. Runner at first and nobody out in the top of the 8th. 2-1. There's a strike. Top of the zone. Jennings took it. Big pitch coming here as Bleeker comes set from the belt. Delivers the 2-2. Just low and in, ball 3. I don't mind the spot there.
No.
I think Jennings was thinking it was going to be an outside pitch because he struggled to get out of the way, looked very uncomfortable in the box. Now it's a full count. Got to come in the zone here. Bleeker's pitch hit in the air to right, and it's sinking into the corner for a base hit. Strohmeyer with a long run. He just now picks it up. They will hold the runner at third. It is a double for Jennings. And a couple in scoring position for the Illini. Nobody out in the 8th.
That was 105 off the bat. And that's, we talked about that. That's the, you said you didn't mind the 2-2 pitch, but I guess that's my argument against that is you get to 3-2, and Coach Heler talked about that. There's so many of those coin flips then, and it's 105 off the bat, roped in the corner because now you have to be, the hitter knows you have to be in the zone.
And now Contreras is up. Bleeker pitches to him, a strike on the inner third. Good start for Jaron.
I'd rather see you kind of get ahead and then finish the at bat now and not extend it, especially now with 2 in scoring position.
Infield staying back for Iowa. The 0-1. Going with the swing, but did not commit to it. Didn't cross the plane of the plate. 1-1 on a pitch outside. All right, top of the 8th. Iowa's lead is 3. The 1-1 from Bleeker. Low. 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody out.
Yeah, and it's getting noisy down third baseline as well.
Opportunity for Illinois to inch closer. Bleeker set, the 2-1. Just off the plate outside at 3-1. Now it's getting noisy on the Iowa side. The entire stadium upset with that call. Johannes is on deck. He has a 3-run home run today. 3 balls and a strike. The pitch from Bleeker. That's in there for strike 2.
The multi-hit game for Contreras yesterday, his first one since April 10th against New Orleans.
Full count pitch. Bleeker delivers. Ground ball left side. Schulte will pick it up and throw it over to first for the out. Run comes down and scores at Schupman. It's 6-4 on the RBI ground out from Contreras.
Not the worst outcome there as Iowa gets the out and leaves the other runner at second base. So reasonable trade if you're Iowa.
And so Johannes comes to the plate, and he sends one on the ground to first. A spinner to Wolf. Caleb takes it to the bag, no problem. Jennings moves from second to third. And there are 2 outs for the Illini there. Fortunate to get Johannes on just 1 pitch.
especially on a relatively easy play, and hit it opposite the shift there. So.
And here's Nelson. Right versus right. He's the 9 hitter. First pitch, right down the pipe, strike one. Runner at third and 2 outs. Iowa's lead is 2.
Nelson just 2 hits in his last 6 games.
0-1. Good pitch outside, 1-1.
Boy, it feels like the strike zone's getting smaller as the game's gone on here. That pitch early on, we talked about trying to find what the zone was. That outer edge was wide early in the game.
Bleeker's 1-1 hit on the ground, through into right. Base hit splits Wolf and Mitchell. RBI single from the 9 hitter. It's 6-5.
Now batting, number 29, center fielder Nick Groves.
And Groves comes up, top of the order, his 5th at bat of the day. Two outs in the inning and the tying run at first. Bleeker pitches to Groves, chops one to the right side. Mitchell dives, knocks it down. Oh, and then it slipped through into right. And runners will be at the corners for Illinois with 2 outs.
Boy, I hate to say it, this is exactly what we saw against Maryland. They're pretty good pitches. It's pretty good work.
Number 3, second baseman, Michael Farina.
But they're finding holes, and somewhere in there, this is when Jaron has to decide, okay, I can't. This doesn't work for me, and make and make an adjustment.
4 hits in the inning for Illinois. 3 singles and a double. And Coach Obermueller out to the mound to talk with Jaron. He's just got to get one more out. It's been a couple of 2-out hits in a row now for Illinois.
I mean, the double was obviously really well struck. The leadoff single was not. And then the other 2 singles have just kind of found holes. But that's part of it.
Yep.
That's what you've got to be able to fight with and do. And interesting spot here. Illinois could play some games with 2 outs to see if they could try to steal a run.
First and third and 2 outs in the Illini 8th. Illinois mounting a comeback. Bleeker trying to get out of further trouble. Pitching to Farina, a high strike call. Good start. I will have the bottom third of its batting order heading to the plate in the bottom of the 8th, hoping to have a 6-5 lead. We'll see if Bleeker can get out of this. The 0-1 down. Runner will get in between first and second. Caught in a run down. Mitchell throws it to Wolf. Runner trying to score now. Wolf throws it home. Delgado applied the tag. Got him. Game does not work for Illinois as they try to get into the steal and stop. Iowa alert. Got him at the plate.
Alert, and Iowa was going to give second base. Then he stopped. Delgado goes ahead and makes the throw. Thought Gable Mitchell was going to run him down, but great throw in. Delgado with a good tag to try to get Nelson sneaking around.
Illinois gets 2 runs. They inch closer. It's 6-5 Hawkeyes. We're back for the bottom of the 8th after this on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You're a Hawkeye. You named your dog Kinnick and your cat Herky. Your morning alarm is back in black. Yep, you're a Hawkeye. And now it pays to be a Hawkeye with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice Credit Union. Low fees and great perks, plus Iowa exclusives like your choice of a Hawkeye-powered Visa debit card, Iowa merchandise, and exclusive giveaways. You've spent more time at Finkbine than you have at your office, so we know you're a Hawkeye. Now make it pay with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice. Learn more at HawkeyeAccount.com.
New this spring, Brown Deer Golf Club in Coralville has partnered with Bread Garden Market for food and beverage operations. Let the Bread Garden Market staff plan your next event at Brown Deer and create a memorable experience with fantastic food and service. Divots Bar and Grill opens May 1st with delicious entrees for those who golf and those who love a good meal with a view. Brown Deer Golf Club, meet your next neighborhood dining experience.
Bottom of the 8th in Iowa City, new pitcher into the game for Illinois in a 6-5 Iowa lead. This is Reed Gannon, left-handed senior, in for the Illini.
3-2 on the season with 3 saves in his 17 appearances, 33 2/3 innings, 29 hits, 19 runs, just 18 earned, only 6 walks, 26 strikeouts, 234 batting average against. Fastball is only going to be in the upper 80s, but he'll throw a slider change. And another one of those guys where you're going to have to raise that floor up, get him off the bottom, because he's got that somewhat three-quarter to sidearm delivery, and so he really tries to work down, makes you pound it into the turf.
Hawkeye fans listening far and wide today. We've got Bill tuned in. Gordy down in Florida, he's got us cranked up down there.
Florida, nice.
Mm-hmm. Matt Delgado leading off this inning. 0-1 pitch. Bottom of the zone for strike 2.
Is living well at the bottom so far.
Totally different look than what we've seen in a long time, not just in this game. 0-2 to Delhi. High and away.
Yeah, really closed off. His right foot pushed all the way over toward first base, so really closed, kind of hiding the ball from the hitter.
Big gap in left center for Delgado. 1-2. High chopper, left side. Backhand stop by the shortstop, Nelson. Throw over to first. In time on the bounce. Delgado is out number 1.
Yeah, that's a great throw. Got rid of it quick and didn't try to get it all the way to Putty in the air, but left some space, so he gave Putty a good hop that came up and put it in a good spot for him.
Pinch hitter for Iowa. At this point, his walk-up song is pretty recognizable for the fans through the crowd mic. Mitch Wood.
Fairly certain he's not going to go in and play left.
Right. Jay-Z will probably take that. Mitch has played in a lot of positions. I think left field's behind him.
Yeah, I think those days might be over.
6-5 Iowa, bottom of the 8th. Wood with a good cut, foul tip into the glove of the catcher. Iowa looking to win the series this afternoon. After winning last night 9-3, much tighter game today. The 0-1, Wood takes for a strike.
Your Coach Heller, are you rolling Bleeker back out there, or are you going to Husak to finish it up the ninth?
I think we'll see Joe. I think we'll see Husak. 0-2 to Wood. Swing and a miss. It strikes out, 2 down in the Iowa 8th.
Iowa hasn't had many true 1-run, 2-run save situations for Joe to come into.
He's got a couple of saves on the season. Whoever the Iowa pitcher is, will be facing 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, he'll earn the finish, whoever it is, whether it's Jaron or whether it's Joe.
2 outs for Jackson Frost. Strike 1 from Gannon. Oh, 1 inside.
Whew.
That came all the way across, didn't it?
He's absolutely filled up the zone, though. Looked good slinging it in there.
Count even at 1 on Frost, who has a home run today. He sends one up the middle, long run for Nelson. He dives, and it's through into center. 2 out, single for Jackson. He's been on 3 times today.
Absolutely love it. I know that there were some long discussions going on about whether to try to play Ben at less than 100% or give Jackson the go. And it's turned out great for Jackson, and hopefully this provides a little foundation for him.
Bottom of the order has been very good for Iowa today. Delgado, Narrett, and Frost. Here's Cooper Schulte. Flip it to the top now. And the pitch to Schulte. Hung with it, but drilled it back into the screen.
We've said that a couple times. The midweek game, the 7-8-9, was really good as well. Flipped it over to the top and struggled a little, and we're getting a little struggle today out of Coop, but hopefully that'd be a good time to break that trend.
0-1 to Cooper. Hit in the air, deep to right, ball carrying. Jennings back, right in front of the wall. He makes the catch. Ooh! Schulte gave it a ride to right. Just didn't quite have enough to get out of here. All right, we'll go to the 9th. Who's coming into the game? It's Joe Husak. The door opening up down the line in right. Husak, the closer, coming on to pitch the 9th. Iowa 6, Illinois 5. We're back in a minute on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
Whether they roll the dough or pour the joe, bake the bread or greet instead, your team goes the extra mile, and they deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. For plans that cover businesses of all sizes, Delta Dental customizes. With employer costs as low as $0, you can offer benefits and be a hero. Affordable coverage is a click away. Visit deltadentalia.com today.
Hey everyone, David Kahn here. It's time to play ball. The 2026 season is upon us, and the best way to get in the game is by listening to College Sports Now's official baseball podcast, Dugouts, Dumbbells, and Dingers. Each week, we'll have exclusive interviews with players and coaches that take you inside the locker room as we unpack the top stories of teams all across the country. We're delivering our best fastball, so step into the batter's box and tee us up. Available wherever you podcast on the College Sports Now feed or on YouTube. Just search Dugouts, Dumbbells, and Dingers.
John Evans and John Leo in Iowa City. We are into the 9th. Iowa 6, Illinois 5. Iowa's closer, Joe Husak, right-handed grad senior from Cambridge, Iowa. He's throwing his warm-up tosses now.
1-0 on the season with 2 saves in 17 appearances, 24 innings, 20 hits, 15 runs have all been earned, 5 walks, 22 strikeouts. Opponents hitting only .238, has given up just a little bit of damage on some hits, but gets ahead, doesn't give up a ton of free bases. Pretty much exactly what you're looking for a closer.
Ball sent around the infield, and we're ready to roll on the 9th.
Just wrapping up quickly the Community Choice scoreboard. Northwestern did finish off Indiana 7-4. Minnesota looking to sweep the doubleheader. They're up 4-2, top of the 7th inning over Penn State. Rutgers USC tied early. UCLA Michigan State glitch in the matrix. They must have some bad weather in East Lansing because it's been sitting there for quite a while.
All right, here we go. Farina is in the box. Husak ready to pitch to him. First one from Joe. Strike 1. Outside edge, good start for Husak. Joe goes out of the windup. Totally hides his face behind his glove. From the first base side of the rubber, the 0-1 is lined into center. Risley is there. He makes the catch. 1 down.
Well struck, but well positioned for Miles Risley.
3-hole hitter Jack Ziebig strolling to the plate, adjusting his accessories on his hands and right elbow. Ziebig with a hit today. He also has a strikeout. Usak's first pitch. Popped up. Shallow left where Jalen Ziegler, who's into the game, is camped. He's got it. 2 down.
I like efficient.
Yes, so far, so good.
Let's continue the efficiency. 94-mile-an-hour fastball there from Husak.
And we'll see A.J. Putty, cleanup hitter for Illinois. Husak delivers. Strike one. Starting with the spin a couple times. I think that's the cutter.
That's a little bit of cutter move. Still got good velocity. See if he throws the bigger breaking ball off that now.
No balls in a strike. Bases clear with 2 outs. The pitch. Hit on the ground is short. Schulte's got this one. He steps. He throws. Game over. Hawks win 6-5.
That is what you're looking for from a closer there. Husak comes in, mows down 2-3-4. Hawks win a series. Keep stacking wins.
Let's go. Last series win, 2019. We're going to have to update that as Iowa has won the series now over Illinois. 9-3 yesterday, 6-5. The Hawkeyes are winners today. Play that song. You can hear it being played now at Banks. All right, post-game coverage begins after this on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just needs someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Iowa 6, Illinois 5. The Hawkeyes with another series win in Big Ten play and are getting hot at the right time. John Evans, you get the first word of postgame.
A good team effort again. You know, still maybe didn't string quite as many innings together as you wanted again, but Iowa gets the big hit from Jackson Frost to get the party started, and then just kind of kept finding a way to put a small stack together. And then another great start. Maybe it's not a great start anymore from Maddox. It was just another solid start that you expect from him. The unearned runs, but got through, and then Husak comes in and finished it up.
Different type of win today, aside from yesterday. Yesterday got the big inning offensively. This one felt comfortable until Illinois scored a few runs in the 6th and then again in the 8th. Had to hold on to win this one.
Yeah, it felt comfortable until it didn't. You know, the 5-3, 5-0, you kind of felt like Iowa was cruising. 5-3 all of a sudden got interesting. Iowa immediately found the response. But a really nice job there. You know, 2nd and 3rd, nobody out for Illinois, and that was all they got. So at least they only got those 2 runs. You know, weren't able to threaten any more in that inning or cause any more problems. So good job from Jaron to limit the damage there and give Iowa a chance to win it.
Iowa improves to 28-17 now overall and over 500 in the Big Ten. 12-11. I got to be honest with you, I don't know that I envisioned us saying that maybe in the month of March when we were going through it in March.
Well, when I was talking to Scott, that was one of the things I mentioned to him was Iowa's won now. What is it? 7 of 8 Big Ten games.
Correct.
In the last 3 series. So it's been pretty good.
All right, we'll step aside and talk with Coach Sutherland when we return on the Hawkeye Radio Network. A 6-5 winner over Illinois this afternoon. The Hawkeyes have taken the series over the Illini. I will look to sweep Illinois tomorrow. We're back to talk with Coach after this on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You're a Hawkeye. You named your dog Kinnick and your cat Herky. Your morning alarm is back in black. Yep, you're a Hawkeye. And now it pays to be a Hawkeye with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice Credit Union. Low fees and great perks, plus Iowa exclusives like your choice of a Hawkeye-powered Visa debit card, Iowa merchandise, and exclusive giveaways. You've spent more time at Finkbine than you have at your office, so we know you're a Hawkeye. Now make it pay with a Hawkeye account from Community Choice. Learn more at HawkeyeAccount.com.
Iowa takes care of Illinois today, a 6-5 winner over the Fighting Illini. The Hawkeyes have won a series against Illinois for the first time since 2019. Very well done. We're joined by Associate Head Coach Marty Sutherland. Coach, congrats on the win today.
Yeah, a little bit of hold your seats a little bit there in the back, the last few innings, but just never apologize for figuring out ways to win games.
Yeah, John and I were just talking a little bit different than yesterday's game. I don't really... You might correct me or you might have a different take on this, but I do not necessarily care how we win, just that we win, right?
Yeah, and that's what it's about. You just got to figure out ways, and they're not, all – the beauty about baseball, every day's different, and it takes different things to win, on certain days. But, a lot of the same things are always the same things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you force them to earn the runs? And when you look at it, that was just a big thing. We just gave them 4 outs there in the 6th inning. Didn't really love the matchup, Johannes and Maddox, and he made us pay it. He'd been on the barrel a couple times, but we just make an error to start the inning, which obviously we haven't done all that often, but that 4th out ends up being a big deal. You're out of the inning otherwise. And then from there, we just kind of held on. But, Joey's hit there in the 6th inning to answer back with the run after the 3, that's a game winner, and putting a run up there was certainly a big deal.
I thought Illinois was pretty good against Maddox. I mean, they really made Maddox work, but he still came through for you guys.
Yeah, it was really efficient the first couple innings, and then they started grinding, and that's sometimes the hard things with Maddox is just doesn't quite have the put away pitch, and so some at-bats last a little bit longer. Doesn't get a ton of swings and misses, so he gets the 2 strikes, and they're not as uncomfortable as they maybe are in some other situations, but he continues to just flood the zone. We only walked 2. That was obviously a good thing. We make 2 mistakes out in the field. That ended up costing us a little bit. But, he just continues to do a great job, get us 6 innings, and leaves with the lead. And then it's our job to find the last 9 outs there. And certainly Bleak was really sharp the first inning and then ran into some trouble the second inning. Kind of a couple seeing eye singles there, but that's kind of the life of a sinker guy. They're going to put it on the carpet, and sometimes they find some holes. And Joe was really clean in the 9th, which was awesome to see.
When was the last time we had a closer, like a true closer, like we do apparently with Joe here?
Well, we've really been pretty good with having those guys, from Grant Leonards and Josh Marchings and Luke Vandermatens and some of these guys that have really been really good. But this, the last couple of years, like last year, we just had that older group. You had Dan Wright and you had Brant Hogue and you had these guys that it didn't really – you could close with any of them.
Sure.
Where we knew coming into the season, it was really a big reason we got Joe out of the portal, is we needed some guys with some experience in the back, ninth inning, the back half of the game. And he's done a great job. The one thing you love about Joe is he's incredibly competitive. And that spirit is what you want in a guy at the end of the game. You can't pitch with fear. You got to have short memories, and he's just done a great job to this point.
He and I joke a lot about a lot of different things, but we talk about doing our 1/9. And today, Joe did his 1/9, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's funny because, there's I go do a scouting report at the end of our batting practice, and Joe's always in there listening, which with nobody else. And it's just, I think there's just so much you can learn. And listening to a hitting coach talk about approaches and plans against certain guys, and you just start to learn, okay, well, if, what's the type of plan, they would have against me. And just that stuff's always going to be to your benefit. So awesome kid. Certainly glad he's here.
offensively, Coach, as we wrap things up with you today, what did you make of
Well, two big
performance?
hits. I mean, two monster hits. Jason's 3-run homer and Matt's 2-run single, with 2 outs. So 5 2-out RBIs, 5 of the 6. Just really good. I thought again, we executed the plan pretty well. I thought, the 4th and the 5th, we could have got him out of there, and we just didn't clutch up a couple times or have a good enough at bats. Credit to their kid. And then we had an opportunity there off the left-hander that we just couldn't come through in that spot. But again, the 2-out RBIs, and we only punched 5 times. We walked 6, so they're doing a good job with the strike zone. We just didn't do the damage a little bit that we did yesterday. But monster, really happy for Jackson. Ben was in the starting lineup, to start, but just his leg's been bothering him here and there. It didn't feel great, so it was kind of a switch. And sometimes you look smart for certain things you do, but really had nothing to do with us. But Jackson, it's been a battle for him. It just hasn't gone the way he wants it to. Like, that's a hard thing to just get through as a person. You can talk about those things till you're blue in the face, but him just persevering and believing, and that's what I talked to him about before the game and say, listen, whether it happens today, tomorrow, next week, you're a great teammate. Your guys like you because you do it the right way. You just got to believe and have fun, because I said in 10 years when you think back to your college career, what will upset you the most is you didn't enjoy the ride. Yeah. And it's hard in the moment, man. It's really hard to have that perspective when things aren't going the way you want them to, but you just got to keep plugging away. And if for guys who handle themselves the way he does, it's just a matter of time. That's what I really believe. And, just really happy that he had a great day today and a big hit. And same for Matthew. You kind of had to wait his turn again with Carter back. And, he's just had some really good at-bats here probably the last 2-3 weeks. Him and Max have really just done a nice job. Max is on a couple times again today. And that's what has to happen, Nobody needs to pick up the slack. The next guy in just has to do his 1/9, and that's what we talk about all the time. Most people will tell you, after you lose somebody to injury or whatever, it's like, oh, you gotta pick up the slack. This guy's got to do that. It's like, no, that's not how it works. You just got to do your thing. You got to do your 1/9, and the group, the 8/9 of the rest of the guys, will handle it. So just did continue to do a great job. And I know you probably would tell me about it. What a great crowd! Just an awesome crowd, and kind of the first day we had that was relatively nice, and I know tomorrow we'll follow up with another good one. So a great crowd means a lot to our guys and does a lot for us in the moments. So hopefully we have another one tomorrow to send off the home season. I guess we got a midweek game, but at least the home Big Ten season off the right way, and we got a group that's going to come here ready to go tomorrow.
When they tried that steal and stop to try to tie the game, and we threw them out at home, boy, that crowd pop was pretty nice. We let the crowd do a lot of talking.
Yeah, and just really good job by the guys, because it's a unique play. We typically run a certain play. We ran a different play because of the situation, and they just really executed it really well. And that's what you hope. Sometimes we talk about all the time, we put plays together, right? Mm-hmm. Don't be a play, be a player, right? You put a play in there just to give you an idea of what we're trying to do, and then you just got to play the game, and sometimes you got to veer off, and Caleb did a good job veering off of what we typically would try to do in that situation and throw the guy out, and you're just really happy when they just play the game.
Good stuff, Coach. Series win. Let's go get the third one tomorrow.
Thanks, John.
Associate head coach Marty Sutherland on our post-game show from Banks. Iowa 6-5 this afternoon. And we'll be back with highlights after this on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for nonstop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Iowa holds off Illinois this afternoon, a 6-5 winner over the Fighting Illini. Iowa has won the first 2 games of this series. We'll look to sweep Illinois tomorrow, 1 o'clock first pitch at Banks. We'll be back with our pregame coverage beginning at 12:30 on the Hawkeye Radio Network. Several highlights from this one. Let's hear them now. He's up now, swings, drives one deep to left. Z-Big going back. He's at the track. He leaps up, and it's gone! John Evans just called it. Home run by Jackson Frost. First pitch, swinging, get going, and it's long gone. 3-0 Hawks. The 2-1 pitch is popped up. Foul ground left side. Delgado and Frost coming together. Delgado in front of the Illinois dugout. He made the catch. 1-0 pitch to Delgado. Ground ball up the middle. It's through into center field. Mitchell scores. Wolf around third. He will score. Throw goes into third. And out at third base is Burt. The run does score. That's Wolf. So it is 2 runs across. Foul ball. 1-2 pitch from Freeze. Hit well in the air to left. This is trouble. Narrett going back. He leaps up. Joey caught it! Oh! Narrett crashing into the wall again. Joey makes an outstanding play in left. See if Joey can come through for us. The pitch. Line drive over a leaping putty and into the right field corner. Strohmeyer rounds third. He gets the wave. He'll coast home. Joey Narrett, RBI single. 6-3 Hawks. Runner will get in between first and second. Caught in a rundown. Mitchell throws it to Wolf. Runner trying to score now. Wolf throws it home. Delgado applied the tag. Got him. Game does not work for Illinois as they try to get into the steal and stop. Iowa alert. Got him at the plate. No balls and a strike. Base is clear with 2 outs. The pitch. Hit on the ground is short. Schulte's got this one. He steps. He throws. Game over. Hawks win 6-5. And with Iowa taking the series a day early, the Hawkeyes will look to sweep Illinois tomorrow. 1 o'clock first pitch. It is Senior Day at Banks. So make it out to the ballpark. Cheer on this Iowa Hawkeye baseball team one more time in Big Ten play as we say so long to a handful of seniors that have really played well for this Hawkeye program over the last several years. All right, that'll do it for our coverage of Iowa Hawkeye baseball this afternoon. Iowa 6-5 winners over Illinois today. For my producer down the line, Michael, excellent job as always. My color analyst, John Evans. I'm John Leo saying so long from Dwayne Banks Field in Iowa City. Every day is a great day to be a Hawkeye. Some are just a little bit better than others. So long, everybody.
Iowa Hawkeye Baseball has been brought to you by Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com/VIP for details. Mid-American Energy. Mid-American Energy is proud to deliver affordable, reliable energy to you all season long. U.S. Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Also brought to you by Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. U.S. Bank, proud to sponsor the Iowa Hawkeyes. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.